Hello everybody and welcome back to another day of Gloomhaven. Today we will be beginning by tackling scenario number 90 as we continue on our quest to get the Plague Herald to level 7. Just pausing a couple things. Okay, I still have to finish my coffee, but that's okay, I can just do that while we begin here. Alright, so scenario number 90 is what we're beginning with. Let's find that in the book. There we go. The Demonic Rift. Ah, this one. Okay. Okay, so which of the two demons we don't have? We don't have flame, thank God, and we don't have ice. Ice or easy, flame or annoying. Oops, yeah. So I immediately go grab the two. Yeah, otherwise we have everything. I hope there aren't elite wind demons. What am I doing? Alright, so we go earth, wind, and then dark. And where are you with light? Just saying it backwards, but yeah. Alright, so let's bring these things over. I'll wait until some people are here, but again, apologies that I didn't get to stream on Sunday, but unfortunately we did have some audio issues with Random Actuary again, at least to begin with, and so it wasn't worth taking the risk. Oh wait, there aren't even light. I just assumed that it would all be demons here, but it's actually living spirits. Don't love that. More things with shield. Would definitely much rather see light. Well, light demons actually have high shield as well. Reasonably high shield at this level. Okay, but yeah, so sorry that we weren't able to stream on Sunday. Sorry if anyone was expecting it. Unfortunately, it just wasn't in the cards. Eliminate all these for now. Place those and shuffle these. All right. So what do you need for tiles here? 1B. Good afternoon, Inicio. Again, didn't hear. My apologies for not being able to stream on Sunday. Kind of, again, had some audio issues with Random Actuary to start, and it would have just been too much of a mess trying to turn it into a stream, so we just played without streaming. Plus, it's actually a pretty boring scenario, if I'm being honest. Wasn't challenging at all, even though I guess we only played on +1. Although, I guess, I only played on +1. Maybe you can actually answer this for me. In general, are the community campaigns easier, more difficult, or about the same as regular Gloomhaven? I assume they would be more challenging than regular Gloomhaven, similar to how the solo scenarios are theoretically supposed to be, kind of like for people who've mastered Gloomhaven, but is that not actually true? Because, yeah, so we only played on +1 difficulty, mostly because I was just assuming that it would be a bit harder than it actually was, but in the end it was really quite easy. This does not work the way it's supposed to. Like that. There we go. Morning, Themris. Maybe you can also answer that. How is the balance in general for the community campaigns? Like I said, I was assuming that it would be more difficult than regular Gloomhaven, but the last scenario we did, which is scenario 2 of Capital Intrigue, was painfully easy. So far, the 3 I played were easy. Okay, yeah, I guess it's time to bump up to +2. Thus far, yeah, I would say the 2 we've played have been pretty easy, unfortunately. All right, so what do we have here? We need treasure, three spiky traps. We need 3 thorns. 5 hot coals. Good morning, TJ. Or, yeah, good afternoon for me, but good morning for you. Okay, so we've got an altar here, and we have an altar here. I think Brewmaster's fine at low levels. I mean, I played him again this Sunday. Yeah, maybe that's fair. He definitely doesn't feel like he does too much damage in my last scenario, or last couple scenarios I played with him, but it might be possible that his level 1 survivability is a little bit too high. That I suppose could be a fair concern. Good morning, sir. I was waiting for you to start. I was hoping you would answer a group question for me quick. Yes, I'm happy to answer a group question. Fire away. Again, As usual, just fair warning about spoilers. I mean, avoid spoilers, be vague if possible. If you need spoiler-specific questions, always better to ask by message. But if it's not spoiler-related, then yes, I'll be happy to answer it immediately and directly. Okay, so we need some letters here. Ooh, B's and C's. Just grab both these then. All right, that'll be all the setup we do for now because we still need to do our shopping, our city event shopping, and then we and road event and all that. All right, so let's just switch the screen real quick while we do our road event. Oh, hold on first. I'll answer this question. 4-player group: Scoundrel, Mind Thief, Tinker. I retired Crag and have a choice of Brute, Tank, Spellweaver, AoE, or Too Many. What would you go with? So your group is really flexible, which is great. The Scoundrel, all right, but I guess my fair question is, I mean, the first question I would ask you, is it likely that the Mind Thief and Scoundrel will retire around, I mean, do you share information about personal quests? Because this is open, well, can be open information, but it's always up to each group's discretion whether they share it or not. So if you share open personal quest information, do you know if the Mind Thief and Scoundrel will retire around the same time or not? Slash what the Mind Thief or Tinker would retire into? So what Mind is 1/2, Tink is 1/2. Do you know what Scoundrel is though? That's the real question. Because the biggest thing is I don't know Scoundrel. Okay. Um, so it's kind of a multi-part answer, but I think this is fair. Right now your Scoundrel has a Mind Thief to go with, which is great. So the Scoundrel has no issues in your party because the Scoundrel has a melee ally in the Mind Thief. So if the Tinkerer or Mind Thief will retire around the same time, I mean, all right, the only risk is if the Mind Thief would retire way before the Scoundrel and then would retire into something ranged, and the Tinkerer would, maybe take longer to retire or also retire into something ranged. In that case, if you went with the ranged option, this would make it maybe worse for the Scoundrel. This is the only really thing that could go badly with your party composition right now. Otherwise, if the Scoundrel retires around the same time as the Mind Thief, or if the Mind Thief or Tinkerer retire into a melee character, then you have no problems whatsoever, and you can pretty much go with whatever you want. If I had the choice, I don't know what classes they'll have to pick from. That's fine. I wouldn't expect you to. So if I had the choice between all those things, personally, I would actually retire into a Spellweaver. But that's because I love the Spellweaver. The Emrys would take Too Many. I'm not sure which one is actually better for the party. I think a fair argument could be made that either of these would be quite good for the party. Too Many, I find. I was thinking spell. We have choke point issues. Yeah, that's actually fair. That and I mean I can't give anything too specific, but I think the Spellweaver could maybe help your choke point issues quite a bit, definitely. Too Many is it's a powerful class, and I think it's always fun to play the class once. But I mean, yeah, first of all, with those issues, but also I think the class can get kind of monotonous. And also, right now, your group is just really set up for a Spellweaver. Tinker, you've got Enhancement Field, which is really great for a Spellweaver, and you've got a Mind Thief currently who creates Ice for a Spellweaver. So you'd easily be able to use Cold Fire from early on. And like you said, there's also the choke point thing. I think you could easily pick any three of those and you'd be fine. The Spellweaver might slightly be the best, and of the three, I think it. Oh crap! I just spilled my coffee. Oh man. It might also just be the best for the exact reason you mentioned. Just cleaning up coffee real quick. Choke points are killing us mostly. Yeah, in that case, then I would definitely recommend a Spellweaver. But it also depends. Does the Spellweaver appeal to you? Because there's always ways to play around the choke points, and Too Many can also be built in such a way that choke points can be less of an issue for you. I mean, you don't have to go with the most common build for that class, and if you go with the other build, which I think is still quite fine, I think this can also help you to mitigate the choke point issue. So it really just depends if that class appeals to you. I mean, which class appeals to you. So yeah, then I think if either one, if you feel about the same about playing either of them, I think using the opportunity to play the Spellweaver would be good. Themris says, is your Mind Thief not using her ranged abilities? Yeah, but even, I mean, the problem is the Mind Thief and Scoundrel both have ranged abilities, but they don't do a lot of damage, right? So TJ has a fair point that even if they could CC things for like an eternity in choke points, they can't really kill stuff very quickly. So, yeah, I think that's fair. I could definitely see how some problems could arise. Sorry, just finishing cleaning up my coffee. Spilled a little bit on the laptop, a little bit on the phone, basically all over. Just a tiny bit on each piece of technology, just for good measure. Nothing too serious, though, I think. Just gonna have to throw these paper towels away. And then we'll get into the scenario. Sorry about this. Not a problem, TJ. All right, I will be right back. 1 second. Thermos said, but you shouldn't have major choke point issues with one melee class. It's not really like that. I mean, even if you... I got the usual response from group of play. What do you want? But I want the best comp in the end. It's typical to have 2 dedicated melee characters. Your current probably has no characters without range attacks. Yeah, but like I said, all right, Themris, can you imagine a choke point with a stone golem on the other side? The Scoundrel and Mind Thief attack for 3 at most for range. How do you even kill it? Tinker also can't do range damage, like actual damage. Literally, how would you kill like one stone golem sitting in a just sitting there, right? How do you ever get past it? An elite, so that we can't use Visage or whatever. Okay, so let's do our city event real quick. I don't know this one, so I've actually got to read it. Oh no, I do know this one. All right. What? Really? Okay. Well, it's good because we need more scenarios to do. Should have done my shopping first, though, that's for sure. Well, I guess I don't really have any shopping to do. Poison source. Sorry, just 1 second. Actually, forget if we did have any. And let's just put this up there. All right, because we've got to do maybe some shopping first. So we unlocked scenario. We lost 1 reputation, which put us down to -4 discount. So it was pretty stupid to do this before doing our shopping. Actually, like I said, I think we have nothing to buy, but I'm going to double check. It's always good to double check. And we unlock Corrupted Cove, which I forget exactly where it was. Well, it's a cove, so it should be pretty. Yep, just right there. Okay, and we got a party achievement that allows us to do this. Okay. So do we have any? Oh no, we hadn't actually done our post scenario stuff last time, if I remember correctly. ECO, I think you were here to the ECO or Thermos. I think both of you actually, yeah, both of you were here to the end. We didn't do our post scenario stuff last time, did we? We didn't add the gold. I know we did the check marks, I think, but I believe that's it, and that was just so that we didn't forget. Can anyone confirm or deny? I believe we did not. So I'm just gonna start doing that, I think. Let's see, I guess there's an easy way to check. Well, it would be impossible to verify for sure because we have 10 gold there and 15 here, but I think we did not. All right, let's just do it. Pretty sure we did. Hold on. My experience wouldn't be possible to verify there, or wouldn't be possible to verify there. Okay. Anyway, So these coins were worth 5 each. So 20, 25, 30, 35 gold. So 53. And then we gain 6 experience. And 16, so 22 experience. Ah, so we do gain a level. All right, nice. Okay. Yeah, we didn't refresh any of this stuff, so I'm pretty sure we did not. Did we even... Was that the first check mark there? I think we did do the check marks. Gave a perk here? I don't know. I think so, hopefully. All right. Over here, it's just 25 gold. Experience means nothing. And over here, 10 gold, and so 25 experience. All right. So again, I don't think we're buying anything here. We're gonna be 9 soon, in which case we can buy one more small item then, but for now, I think just, yeah, we're fine. Over here, we're not buying anything. The question is enhancements with 108 gold. We do have to get to 4 enhancements eventually, but I think we'll save for a better enhancement. I think that's fine. And over here, we're also saving for enhancements, I think, at this point. Can't do any with this cost. Oh yeah, but we get level 7, so we've got to do this here. All right. So level 7 gives us the choice between Baneful Hex and Airborne Toxin. I would say in the first edition it was closer, because Airborne Toxin was just so good, but you really just always wanted Baneful Hex first, I think. 1 second, I'm just going to sip. Baneful Hex is going to make our party pretty silly. We're going to do one more scenario on +3 difficulty, and then after that we'll go up, since after the next scenario, well, after we successfully complete the next scenario, the Quartermaster is going to get level 9, and then +3 difficulty will no longer be possible. So at that point, we'll start trying the 4-player setup with a 3-player party. I think that's fair. How cold is it there, Themris? In Celsius, preferably. Well, I guess both work. It's been a long time since I've used Fahrenheit, though. I should have said in the real temperature measurements. 11. All right. Yeah, -11 is pretty rough. I don't do Fahrenheit. All right. Excellent. Excellent. I was just worried that all your time in the U.S. had warped you. Yeah, -11. That's quite bad. Funny anecdote. So in central Illinois, it gets really cold, and because we were there for a year and a half with my fiancée Jessica, and the first winter we were there, because we got there in October, and so it was fine then, and everything. But maybe in December or January, it finally got really cold that year, and it was, I think, maybe like -18, -19, something like this. And so Jessica, I mean, she's from Europe, and you know how much more temperate it is in Europe than the U.S. So she was not remotely used to these temperatures. And so we actually went out to go to a movie. And so in central Illinois, I mean, we drive everywhere. There's no public transportation, unfortunately. So, I mean, the movie theater's like 10 minutes away, but there's the cars in the garage, so that's all fine. And the garage isn't really heated, but it's well insulated. So it's cold in there, but not so cold. So the car's fine. So we take the car, and that's not an issue. And then we get out of the car, and we have to walk. So we park a little bit away from the movie theater. I mean, like a 2-minute walk to the movie theater from the car, maybe even less. And literally halfway in the walk from the car to the movie theater, she notices that the hair inside of her nostrils has frozen. Like it's actually like turning into icicles inside of her nose. And it was that moment that she decided she would never live in Central Illinois. Indeed, that is a thing feels funny. Yeah, exactly. I guess it probably happened to me before as well. I just never really thought about it because I'd grown up with it. But to her, it was so strange to experience something like this for the first time when she'd never even thought that temperatures like this could be possible. The worst is when I don't dry my beard properly. Ah, yeah. Yeah, that's got to be real rough. Um, so anyway, here, especially in the second edition, I think it's not even remotely close. Baneful Hex is the core for our build, especially with Music Note and Airborne Toxin. Is something we're going to try at higher level here, but not yet. So let's go ahead and grab Baneful Hex. All right. So let's do our road event real quick, and then we'll grab our battle goals, and then we'll set up for the scenario. Ugh. I don't remember which one of these is better. I think running. I think that gives us poison, so I think damage is better than poison. Yeah, I was right. All right. Cool, cool. So we each start with 3 damage. I lived in Pit for a year. My beard freezes during hunting season from sitting where at around the college. We had 1 week period where it never got warmer than minus 16. That's rough. All right, so we need to set up here. Vile Pestilence is great in this. Oh wait, what is this scenario? Is Vile Pestilence actually that good here? All right, well let's actually battle goals first. We can do this. The correct ordering. I will say, so the super cold temperatures, I don't love them, but I definitely prefer having to deal with the really, really cold than the really, really hot. This winter, I mean, sorry, this summer, like in August here in Lyon, it was consistently 35 plus degrees every day. Even at night, it never dropped below maybe like 28 or something like that. And this was absolutely miserable. So yeah, if I had the choice, I'd rather have to deal with the cold than this heat. People were standing on seats in the bus stop because the cold wind would come through the little gap under the bus stop box. Agreed. Hello there, kind sir. I just hate hot and humid. DC has pretty much the worst climate. Hello, yeah, toast. I know that feeling. I just like it never to be extreme any temperature. I mean, yeah, that's fair. If I could, I would. I think freezing for 4 months, hot and humid for 5 months. Yeah, this is something we talk about, which is a little bit unfortunate with, I mean, well, many things are unfortunate with global warming, obviously, but one is that we've basically lost spring and fall to a reasonable extent, right? It Most of the places I've lived for the last half a decade, it seems like we always have winter and summer and very little in between, which is really a shame because those were the best months. All right. Kill 5 or more monsters during the scenario. Loot a treasure overlay tile during the scenario. Huh. So there is a treasure overlay tile, so we can. I mean, we have a guaranteed possibility of getting this. The problem is, we're not the most mobile. I mean, we're more mobile than the music node, although not even by a ton. And the quartermaster is the most obvious, but we also, I guess, need money the most. So, given that the most likely outcome of looting a treasure tile is money, because the item probably sucks, I think, yeah, we'll just go with loot a treasure tile. Try to grab it ourselves. Yes, DC up to the coast NYC, it's really bad. You get dumped on the snow at any time and it will be -5 or lower. Alright, allow none of your allies to become exhausted. Yep, protector always. Again, it's never a guarantee, but it is definitely one of the most likely. Have 1 or more monsters present on the map at the beginning of every round during the scenario, or gain 13 or more experience points during the scenario. I think the first one actually just guaranteed happens in the scenario. Alright, so let's actually take a look at the rules for this now. So we're doing scenario 90. The rules are characters can only travel from the left room to the right room and back through the altars A. A character may spend 1 movement to move from any hex adjacent to one altar to any hex adjacent to the other altar. Character summons and monsters cannot move this way. Fortunately, we don't really use summons. At least 1 character must be present in the left room at all times or the scenario is lost. In addition, if at least 1 character is not present in the right room at the end of every even round, 1 night demon will spawn adjacent to the altar in the left room. Spawns are normal for 2 characters. Every second spawn is elite for 3 characters, or all spawns are elite for 4 characters. When all demons are dead and there's at least 1 character in each room, read 1. If only 1 character is not exhausted, the scenario is lost. So it seems pretty likely that we'll always have I guess it's so goal is to close the rift. Huh. So we can't read past the break. It's been a while since I've done this one. I know that some stuff is going to spawn once we've killed all the demons. So I think it's at the beginning of every round. I think we should be able to fulfill this condition here. And it's 2 check marks, so we're going to try. Because 2 check marks, that doesn't get us another perk, but still. Okay, I know where you're at. There's a game store called Phantom of the Attic Games that got me into board games, and CMU does games on Saturdays, but these guys are super meta gamers. Yeah, I went to that store occasionally. I did play with the CMU board group occasionally, but just didn't have the time once the workload got too bad. They were definitely power gamers, but I didn't mind. Oh no, power gamers. Who would want that? Depends on the game, I guess. Okay, so let's clear all this. Set the correct health totals. Alright, so we know what the scenario is about. We've got our battle goals. Looks like we're good to set up our decks. I think their decks should be more or less the same. So as far as enemies, we have Earth Demons. Oh, I guess we set up the first room as well. Oh, an Elite Wind Demon. Oh, right to the heart. Alright, so we've got an Elite Wind Demon, 2 regular Wind Demons. Oh, Isaac. I mean, 3-player Elite Wind Demon is more okay, right? It's really in 2 players that it bothers me. In 3 players, you've got 2 people who can still attack, so it's not the end of the world. I think that's fair enough. But I mean, I still don't like to see them. Themris, after I'm done working on the Necromancer, my next custom class will be called the Elite Wind Demon Killer. It'll just be a class designed around killing Elite Wind Demons. Just so we're clear. Them specifically, nothing else. Every ability will be specifically designed to defeat Elite Wind Demons. It will have something that messes with disarm and everything. All attacks get Pierce 5. No, because it can't be that, because that's good against everything. All of them have to be specifically good against Elite Wind Demons. Most of it has to involve somehow messing with disarm, I think. Like, persistent loss that makes it so that whenever you or your allies are disarmed, they actually gain like 10 blesses and strength or something. But only if blessed from an enemy. I got this game the other day, and I found out that none of my friends have this game. Oh, you got the tabletop simulator, or I assume you're talking about? No, or not Gloomhaven itself. Toast? You have 2 options: basic attack 2 or kill elite windy. Yeah, I like that. Can attack while disarmed and does double damage. Yep, also all good ideas. Alright, so what do we have in this first room? We've got 2 regular wind demons. Shield 3 for all the wind demons. So the elite is obviously the highest priority enemy for us to kill in this room. Unfortunately, it's not very easy for us to kill it. Attack 2 or execute wind demon. Yeah. I mean, that's a conditional execute, right? That still fulfills the rules. It's very conditional. Attack 2 or kill if you're disarmed. Ooh, I like that. There we go. That's a good one. Tabletop sim. That's too bad. So let's see. I guess, I mean, there will be like the spring sale. You can always get it for friends. Otherwise, if you're, I forgot to post the weekly thing. So actually, maybe, hold on. I'm just gonna link something. Maybe Themris can do us all a favor. If he has a few minutes to do a little moderation work. Let me just find something, because I meant to post this weekly and I actually forgot. The holidays were distracting. Otherwise, you can try to find a tabletop simulator group weekly thread. Yeah, I did it 23 days ago and then forgot. My bad. I guess monthly is probably better. This is actually not a bad idea to just do this monthly instead of weekly. So Themris, I'm going to link this in chat. Yeah, but you have to make it a lost card, and somewhere in the deck you have to recover all lost cards top. Fair enough. So Themris, I linked that in chat there. Actually, would you mind making, since you can program the monthly things, can you possibly program one of those to just do monthly? And then just, I mean, post it today? Because this would help. So for someone like you, yeah, Toast, this sort of thread I think could be helpful, because you could potentially find other people to play with on the subreddit. I think having one of these weekly was a bit optimistic. There wasn't that much interest, but I think there is enough interest in this to have a monthly thread for this. But we won't sticky them. No, I agree. I agree not sticking. I didn't sticky it last time either. I think just having one thread. And then what I'll actually do is I will create a link since we have the find a group, I'll add an additional on the sidebar, find a tabletop group link there, and then with that I can link each one of these so that people can click there and find the most recent one to post in as well if they want. So that can double help the problem. Still have to work on the new Reddit stuff, but that, well, actually maybe pretty soon here. But yeah, thank you if you could do that. So yeah, Toast, you can look for that thread, which Themra should post soon, or have posted soon. Yeah, new Reddit, I know. Custom class section, that as well. I thought about that yesterday. But, well, the custom class section is easy. I actually should just do that this week without a problem. New Reddit, I give less of a guarantee this week. I guess we'll say my goal is to figure out new Reddit stuff by the end of the month, by the end of January. I guess I can actually, I'll post the custom class thing when you finish the Brewmaster. This can give you a bit more publicity for finishing the Brewmaster because we can coincide the two things, like inaugurate the custom class section with the Brewmaster. I think that would be a good idea. But yeah. So anyway, yeah, Toast, you can find this post that Themris will make soon and will be a weekly or monthly post, and you can potentially try to find a group that way if no one else you know has Tabletop Sim. I'm trying to have a Space Hulk game, but no one that I know joined knows how to play. I know a bit of it. Otherwise, there's also the Tabletop Simulator subreddit. You might be able to find people if you're looking for more general things to play there. Unfortunately, I also don't know Space Hulk, so I can't really give any suggestions for that. All right. There we go. So let's get into this. Yeah, we're making our decks. A lot of distractions, but that is not a problem. I like distractions. So let's throw all these cards together. What is our next enhancement even going to be for the Soothsinger? So normally I like the extra curse here, but with this party, we're just going to keep Disorienting Dirge top up all the time. What is even another good enhancement for this? Oh yeah, no, Provoke Terror top. Anidui. All right, so that works. So we don't really have anything else. Poor Commanding Presence. Just feels like whatever choice you make at level 8. Yeah, would have been better off just being a sideboard movement card. I think that's a better choice than this. This could be good in some scenarios. Definitely not good in this scenario though against a bunch of demons. So there's nothing else here we really want. The healing. Oh yeah, we actually are all missing 3 health from the road event. Let's not forget that. Okay. I'll post the find a group on the first, I guess. Yeah, sure, that's fine. That gives people an easy date to remember. And by the way, you're currently on the hook for this week's Vocation Wednesday post. Yes, I know, with the scoundrel. Should be quite easy. Basically, moral of the story is you need to fix burning oil and the class is good. Or make the class an unlockable class. Boom, problem solved. Nah, there's a couple things, but not much. Scoundrel is a softball in terms of rebalancing. Which I guess goes over less well with the community, but that's what it is. Alright, let's grab all these cards. So, what to cut? So as usual, catastrophic. Well, all right, we're definitely bringing in Scroll of Judgment. That is really, really good here. Being able to stun the Elite Wind Demon is pretty great. Maybe bi-weekly would be best for Find a Group. That's fine as well. I think bi-weekly or monthly. I think weekly was too much, but well, it's also just I forgot. But I think bi-weekly could be fine. It's not very much spam, so I would not be opposed to that at all. Catastrophic Bomb is not going to be very good. I mean, this has shield, and these enemies have an enormous amount of health. It really sucks to get rid of Catastrophic Bomb because, I mean, well, just the major power potion. We're kind of set up for it, and on scenarios it's not good. So since we don't want Catastrophic Bomb, we can also potentially cut Sharpening Kit because it's really just there for that combo, which allows us to bring nothing really amazing for that. Scroll of Recall. There are traps. The traps are just damage traps. They're not in the first room, though. Can still be decent. maybe sharpening kit's just fine anyway. Could get this, have a move 4 with late initiative. We are lacking late initiative, 77 being our latest is kind of rough. But late doesn't really matter in this scenario, we're constantly engaged. Similarly, a shield 1 could be okay, but enemies hit pretty hard here. So I don't think that's it. Bottom of Catastrophic Bomb could be good if we get the 2 regular demons together, but I think all the stuff in the second room with traps have flying. Oh yeah, because it's going to be Living Spirits plus Wind Demons. You're right. Hey, Luigi. So yeah, refreshing, that's not very good anyway. I mean, I'm leaning towards just actually keeping one of these 2 cards. I'm just not sure which one. I guess Sharp, but Healing's going to be bad. We're constantly fighting. I mean, both these cards seem kind of bad here, but we just don't have anything else that's that much better. A move 4 with late initiative. I mean, I guess. Having another move isn't necessarily a bad thing. And this also does, yeah, all right. That's probably just the best call, to be honest. Giving ourselves another bottom move is nice because it frees us up to surely use the top of Bladed Boomerang, and Bladed Boomerang is obviously good against a lot of enemies in this scenario. So I think that's actually fine. The other move 4 is Impaling Spear, but at this point, or Cleaving Axe, but both these are much, much worse than this. Even though, again, we're not really ever planning on using the top of Reserved Energy, it's just the initiative of this card is better than the initiative of either of these cards, which have quite bad initiative. Okay, so we're set there. So now we have to do the hardest part. Cut something here. So Paralyzing Bite we definitely need. Hard CC is invaluable against Elite Wind Demons. Honestly, something like Gathering Doom could just be a cut. Both of these aren't very good here against these type of enemies. I guess the poison is more valuable. We've got Accelerated End for poison. Technically, I could just cut both of those. Oh wait, yeah. Do we have? We probably don't have Under the Skin in right now, do we? We probably do not. Violent Strain is also kind of tempting. No, I guess we do have Under the Skin in there. Yeah, we do. Okay. So we could cut this. It's 3 direct damage. It's effectively an attack 6 against any of the Wind Demons. And the Living Spirits have at least 3 shields, so yeah. Yeah, I guess that's fine. It's probably better than those AoEs. Alright, so let's cut Vile Pestilence for this, I think. There's just not that many enemies, so I mean, poison is very good against these enemies, but the bottom of Accelerated End gives us so many free poisons anyway that it's not that important to have a top attack which poisons as well, because the enemies are just fewer in number. So the only other consideration is whether we do want to have Biting Gnats maybe for a move 4, since Under the Skin isn't really going to be a move 4 for us. Wretched Swarm will be a move 4 for us, and this scenario doesn't require that much movement. It requires some from us because we have to get the chest. But I think we're probably fine. Sinking Cloud is also move 3, which is fine. I mean, move 3 shield 1 is maybe better than move 4. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to say. I mean, for other classes, it would be. For us, not really sure. I guess it really depends on the scenario. But, oh no, but we're supposed to cut a card. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, yeah, we can just cut Sinking Cloud as well. I want to ask, why doesn't the tablet spawn? The tablet? What is the tablet? All right, so we can start in these 4 hexes. Some tools. Oops, that's not what we want. Components, tools, tablet. Seems to spawn. Is it supposed to spawn regularly or something? Or by default, you mean? I don't understand. Okay, so how do we do this? We need to stun this. Can't really reach it, unfortunately. For me, it doesn't spawn. Strange. TTS is a little bit weird sometimes, unfortunately. So the Quartermaster can't reach. I mean, we could if we use the utility belt, but that's a bit crazy. So we can't reach the Elite Wind even this turn with a stun. So this means we need to rely on the Soothsinger to disable it. Unfortunately, Provoke or Throw Voice don't hit two enemies here. They're really well spaced. Touche. So in that case, we can just go ahead and use Provoke, because we have to CC the Wind Demon right away and hope it doesn't go before us. So then what do we do for a bottom action? What are we actually doing for a song? I guess for now, Defensive Ditty is fine for a song, but we're not doing this the first turn anyway. So we could either Echoing Aria or Defensive Ditty. Echoing Aria probably blocks more damage than Defensive Ditty does here, I suppose. So if we do something like, let's say, start here and use both of those. So what are our allies doing then? Well, the Quartermaster kind of needs to move up so that he can get in a position to stun this next turn with the bottom move. I guess we can move up and shield ourselves, which kind of makes sense. Also strengthens, which is not bad. And then throw a wound on that Elite Wind Demon, which again is just going to be our priority here. So we have one turn to get someone into the right room. Otherwise, there will start. Well, the first spawn is only a regular Night Demon. So realistically, we could wait. So we either need to go in 1 or in 3 turns. It's at the end of the rounds or the beginning of the rounds? End of every even round. So we would have to. So actually, we just have to get someone there by round 4 to prevent an Elite Wind Demon spawning. All right, thank you very much, Themers. That's perfect. Okay, so those strategies look good. Then we just have. The problem is. It's not great, actually. The Earth Demons are going to mobilize the Quartermaster, so we're not actually going to be able to go stun this afterwards. But I guess that can be okay. Then it's just going to rely on us CCing it forever. That's maybe possible, though. We'll see. I think this is maybe just too good to pass up here, right? This gives us poison on everything in the room. Range 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, obviously. And then range 3. Yeah, that's actually great. I mean, we go after, so our allies aren't benefiting from the poison this round, but having poison on 5 enemies from the first turn is quite good. By the way, a party member of mine playtested the solo scenario for me. He had never played the Brewmaster before and he beat it. I'm not slightly less worried about the tuning. You mean you are slightly less worried about tuning? Yeah, I will try to test it soon. But yeah, this seems good. We can kind of go wherever we want. 1, 2, 3. No, we have to be in one of the 2 central hexes. And so, like I said, the Quartermaster. Quartermaster kind of needs to move up to here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So then we get immobilized by these. I'm not. Okay. But, so, I mean, I guess someone's always getting immobilized by those, and we can't really let those hit someone other than the Quartermaster, so I still think this is fine. Oh, let's reset our decks. Oh yeah, we've actually got to remove all the nonsense. We have some curses in our deck still as well, huh? One there. One there. And one there. Alright, looks like we are good to go. But it's been a slightly slow start here today. Okay. Everything shuffled. Player eliminated. We actually got that for once. These 2 uneliminated. Give these one last shuffle. And set these all up. Just hope that the Wind Demons never heal themselves. Alright, so no one becomes exhausted. Loot the treasure tile. That's going to be tough. Although we can fly. And one or more monsters always present. Alright, let's go. Oops. Let's go. Always has to be something. Okay, well, they are healing, but that's fine because they're doing it after us. The bad news is actually the Soothsayer is getting hit here. Huh. Hmm. All right, give me 1 second to blow my nose and I'll be good to go. Sorry about this. All right. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. Oh well, nothing we can do about it now. So the Soothsayer goes first. We're going to use the bottom of Echoing Aria. Shield 2, affect all allies within range 3. Everyone use the top of Provoke Terror. Range 1, 2, 3, 4. Expand to stun a U. And then we're done. So then the Wind Demons go. So they have 4 range. So this one will attack the Plague Herald, and this one will attack the Soothsayer. So it's the attack on the Plague Herald first, and then the Soothsayer. So their attacks are at -1. So attack for 3. Okay, so 1 damage to the Plague Herald. That's fine. Didn't have anything defensive. And then a 3. Yep, then 3 damage to the Soothsayer. That's a little bit more painful. What do I call the chest piece I designed? Monk's Garb, Monk's Attire, Monk's Gi, Monastery Garb, Monastery Attire, Monastery Gi. I would avoid calling it Monk's something. Well, I guess the class isn't called Monks. I would try to do some sort of an adjective less like defining the class or the place it comes from, more like soothing garb, something like that. Yeah, but baby, it's as you prefer. I'm not very good at. I mean, I'm not really the. I'm a mechanics designer, I would say, not a flavor designer. I am not a Lorthos. So unfortunately, I'm not really the best person to ask for that. Not a fan of using the word gi. No, I think that's fine. I think garb is fine. Names are hard. Yes, I agree. The sloys. Okay, so the Wind Demons are done. They heal, but this doesn't matter. And then the Elite loses its stun, obviously not attacking. So now we go with the two real worldy. I had the opposite problem. So let's do a move to shield oneself. We're going to move up to here to draw aggro of these and to get in range to attack there. I mean, we could use our boots to go a bit further, but first of all, then this would attack something else, and we're still not going to be able to be adjacent to it. From here, we can still hit it. Next turn, I guess, just with a ranged attack, we just won't be able to stun it. So we gain Strengthen. We have 3 shield now. And then we're going to use the top of Bladed Boomerang, gaining 1 experience. So this gives us an attack 2, range 3 wound, targeting the Elite Wind Demon, and it is with advantage. I had to name most ability cards before designing the effects, besides you are a language nerd. I am a language nerd, but it's more of a grammar thing, kind of, I guess. It's difficult for me to describe. If you want me to go over a translation or something like that, I can do that really well for you. But or a paper or something like that. I mean, I've graded a fair number of papers in my life. But trying to assign a word to the flavor of something is more difficult for me, I think, because again, I just don't grasp flavor very well. I'm really a Euro gamer. I'm not a thematic gamer, so it's just yeah, it's not really my wheelhouse. Is the best way to put it. But like I said, to me, based on how other things are named in the game, I would have tried. I mean, don't get me wrong, Thermos, I appreciate good flavor. I really do. I'm just not very good at designing it myself. But like I said, I would try to do something like soothing or, I mean, soothing is a bad example, but something like this, a word like this, rather than like monastery or monk. To me, at least. This just seems to fit more with how things are named in the game, like sword knowledge armor, or, I mean, well, chainmail and stuff like that is a little bit more obvious, or like the, flea bitten shawl. It's not like vermling shawl, it's like flea bitten shawl. You understand? An adjective that's more this way rather than direct. Okay, so attacking the Wind Demon. So now, oh yeah, the question I had is should I use the compass so they don't run into the same problem that I've always had? Actually, there's an excellent reason for using the compass. Although we now do wish we'd use the bottom defensive ditty, but we also didn't know the wind demons would go before the 17. Oh well. And I guess it still blocked 2 damage on the Plague Herald. So they actually have -1 movement, it's only 2. So if we actually send him into this, we not only do a bit of damage, we also prevent him from attacking. And then again, if we run into this situation where we end up flipping our refresh item, at least we won't feel bad this time. Which has happened twice. It's not very likely. Again, I'm not counting on it, but still, why not? I think this is pretty free. I mean, it's a good compass usage, and I'm not sure compass is getting much better than this anyway, so we will in fact move him there. All right, hazardous terrain, rounded up or down. We always forget this. I think it's rounded down, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Overlay tiles, page 14. Rounded down. Yep. Okay. But given that I'm creating some amount of new lore, tying the garb to the monastery enforces flavor. For example, the monk is a monk, but is not called a monk. Yeah, but a brewmaster is pretty clear. I guess if you don't have any familiarity with what a brewmaster is, then you might not know it's a monk. Fair enough. Again, this is outside my realm of expertise. I don't know what to say there. I don't disagree with you. It's a reasonable idea. Makes the connection more obvious. Fair enough. So yeah, we move him there. So he takes trap damage rounded down. Trap damage is 9, so he takes 4 damage. That's 18, and we make our attack on the Elite Wind Demon with advantage. Okay, not bad. It's an attack 2 crit, so 2 is a 4, which is 1 damage there. Honestly, every 1 damage counts against an Elite Wind Demon. So he's wounded. And we're done. So then it is the Plague. Ah, no, there's a downside of this. Then we hit less enemies with... That's okay. We can still make it work. We just have to use the Hawk Helm. I think this is still obviously worth it. We're eliminating an attack 5, so yeah, and doing a bit of damage. I mean, we've already used it. It's a bit too late now. So unfortunately, those were the 2 we were counting on hitting with Nightmarish Affliction, but we can still make it work. We're going to kind of miss out 1 damage here, but obviously that's still overall worth it. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the bottom of Accelerated End, which is Poison, range 5, target 3. It's a great ability. This class lacks many non-combat non-move bottom abilities, which is one of the things that makes Spread the Plague so good. This also makes the bottom Accelerated End very good. So now we actually don't have enough range with Nightmarish Affliction to hit 2 targets, but fortunately we have our Hawk Helm, which is a clutch item for this class. So we're going to add +1 range to our entire attack. This turns Nightmarish Affliction into range 4. So we create Dark. So we attack 1, range 4, target 2, Poison Curse. So we will hit Earth Demon and Wind Demon. So they get poisoned no matter what, and it's going to be 2 curses also no matter what, because there's no world in which we can possibly kill, but I guess we can get more curses. So we'll do the Earth Demon and then the Wind Demon. No reason to use anything else special here. Alright, +1 and a crit. Well, either way, so we get 2 damage here for a +1. Our crit turns a 1 into a 2 there, which does nothing, and we give them 2 curses. Okay, so the Earth Demons go. This one will move to here, but not hit anyone. They will create Earth. And this one will just hit the Quartermaster. So it's an attack +1, so an attack 5 on the Quartermaster. -1 is 4. Got 2 shield here from Echoing Aria, so 2. 1 shield here from Crushing Hammer, so 1. And then we get the bottom of Sword Knowledge Armor, so we take no damage, and we do 1 Retaliate to this Earth Demon. Retaliate's not very valuable, but every little bit counts. Less so than against the Wind Demons, but still. Alright, and we're immobilized on the Quartermaster, which is the more significant thing here, actually, from that attack. Alright, so that was round 1, so we're now in round 2. So at the end of this round, if no one's in the right room, we're spawning a regular Night Demon here. I think that's fine. I think that's better than rushing into the next room. I think accepting the regular and trying to avoid the elite is probably the way to go here. Alright, so what does this mean for us right now? Well, again, the Soothsinger needs to be the one who, needs to crowd control this Elite Wind Demon to prevent it from disarming someone. So this means we need early initiative and we need throw voice. And I think that's fine. We're still not getting any songs up, which really sucks. But, Elite Wind Demons really warp how you have to play, unfortunately. And we use Defensive Ditty to completely negate one of these Earth Demon attacks. Actually, unfortunately, it probably negates a Wind Demon attack, but it still does something. Disorienting Dirge right now doesn't do much. We've only got 1 enemy within range 3, so just give 1 curse. Definitely not where we want to be. Moving and attacking gives us too late of initiative. We have to play one of our early initiatives. And again, Nightmare Serenade. There's not really good clumping right now. No, not at all, actually. As for the Plague Herald, What are we doing? Well, we don't have enough hex or curses just yet to set up Baneful Hex. Fetid Flurry looks decent though. The stun is also decent. I can probably wait one turn for that. So what if we just do a double attack? Problem with the double attack is we're attacking an Earth Demon, which we really don't care about. The Elite Wind Demon is what actually matters. So we can hit the Elite Wind Demon with this, but then we have to move up. But that's probably actually better. The problem is if we move up, what are we really using to move up? We don't have any moves that really give us any benefit except for, I mean, this, but we don't want to get close enough. We don't want to play this. And we've got this, which is nice to heal him for one, but we'd rather save that for when we need to stun the Wind Demons before they go next turn. Which is also why just playing these two things next turn makes more sense. So we basically have the choice of playing suboptimally in terms of being efficient with our actions, playing them in the order that we want, but doing the most damage and a fair amount of curses, because Fetid Flurry hits for 2 curses, or doing the most damage to the thing that matters the most, but doing our actions suboptimally. I mean, so optimal actions with suboptimal targeting, or suboptimal targeting, or optimal targeting with suboptimal actions. I think for now, I mean, the Earth Demons do still hit for a lot. Doing damage to them is valuable. Also getting the curses is valuable. But killing this is so important. How close to this are we actually? How close to killing this are we actually? So I mean, we know what he's doing, right? It's always Portable Ballista plus Scroll of Lightning to hit the Elite Wind Demon. This allows us to make an attack 5, which ignores shield on that. So 6, so 6 damage, putting it down to 6. Actually, yeah, all right. We do need to play this. This actually gives us a pretty reasonable chance of killing it after this round. And then this frees us up to actually do a lot of stuff we'd rather be doing than having to focus entirely on one enemy every turn. So yeah, this is actually probably the way to do it. All right. So in that case, we can just maybe move up with something else. I guess we're... yeah, it doesn't really matter. It's getting CC'd anyway, so it doesn't really matter how early we go. So I guess just using this as a default move too, because that... but this actually sucks, because then we put ourselves in a really dangerous spot. Next to one of these? Don't really love that. There's no real way around that either. And then this will start hitting us too. What if instead we just try to kill that Wind Demon early next turn? But what if the Wind Demon goes before 16? That's the big risk. But I guess I could always go before 16 in this. No. All right. So I guess what we actually want to do is to go as late as possible then. So, and maybe we can even use our boots and do something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't really know exactly. We don't have a lot of great options here, but we do need to kill that Wind Demon. I know it seems like I'm going crazy, and I am, because Elite Wind Demons, I hate them with such a passion that I'm creating a class to defeat them. Not really, but maybe. But yeah. All right, let's go. It just seems necessary. It's just the fear that they're going to do their 2, and then we're going to get disarmed, and then everything's going to be ruined, etc. Okay. Oh, Defensive Ditty sucks here. He's not in range 2 of us. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, we've still got a way to make this work, I suppose. So that's okay. All right, so the Soothsinger is first. We're definitely using Throw Voice, range 3. 1, 2, 3. Expand. Disarming you. Because ain't nobody got time for that. And then I guess Defensive Ditty can still work. We can actually have the Plague Herald move to here and absorb the attack from the Earth Demon, which then gets negated. So that's actually not bad. So we will actually use the bottom Defensive Ditty. The next time any ally within range 2 suffers damage this round, they suffer no damage instead. Seems better than just moving. Okay, so we're done. So then it is the Quartermaster's turn. So we're going to use the bottom of Portable Ballista. During all your attacks this round, ignore the shield values of all your targets. And then we're going to use Scroll of Lightning to attack. So this gives us attack 5, range 3, ignoring shield. We have Strengthen. We're attacking the Wind Demon. So it's actually attack 6 because of the poison, and Strengthen, ignoring all shield. Do they have range this turn? Oh, do the Wind Demons? They shouldn't have range to hit anyone this turn. -2 means... Oh, the Elite... Ah, that's a good point. No, he does, though. Because he actually... Ah, but he goes after? No, 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 I don't want to get disarmed. He actually has range 3 because... Oh no, it is only 4 range. You're right. I thought it was 5 range on the elite. That is a good call. Thank you, ECO. So actually, he will hit no one because of this consuming earth to get minus range. Good catch. That's definitely correct. I mean, you can see how much this warps my thinking process dealing with one of these. But you're right, we actually don't need to disarm it. It has only range 2. It's not moving because it consumes the earth to get minus 2 range. Its regular range is 4, so it can only hit it 2 away. It does nothing. So we can actually just disarm you, right? Yes. Because you'll hit nothing, because they all go after the quartermaster. And then this one will have its damage negated, so it makes sense to go 1, 2, 3, and expand like this, disarming this Earth Demon. Perfect. Good catch. Thank you. Good that you did that before we did anything irreversible. All right. So, like I said, we use the bottom of Portable Ballista, ignore all shield values. We use the top of Scroll of Lightning, so we make an attack 5, really plus the poison, so attack 6, range 3 with advantage, targeting Elite Wind Demon number 5. No reason to pop potions for this, I think. Yeah, advantage not great for this class, but it's still, I mean, it's still free. I mean, so it's worth it. All right, we get +1. +1 is still decent here. Honestly, it may even be as good as a refresh. So actually 7 damage to the Elite Wind Demon because +1 from the poison, +1 from our modifier. So the Elite Wind Demon is down to 5, and we ignored its shield value. So the Wind Demons go. They all have -2 range, consuming the earth. And this one takes 1 damage from its wound, down to 4. So now it is the Plague Herald's turn. So we will do a move 4 with Wretched Swarm. Going 1, 2, we go here or here. I guess here is better. It keeps us more central. Maybe we benefit from the bottom of Reinforced Steel or something like that while this thing attacks us. So we'll actually just go to there. Plus from here we can actually go through the altar. Keeps the Night Demon spawning on the other side. That's not necessarily better, but... Okay, so then we use the top of Under the Skin, gaining 1 experience. So this gives us an attack 4 because of the poison, range 3, pierce 2. Targeting the Elite Wind Demon. Die and a fire. All right, so +0. So we pierce 2 of the Wind Demon's 3 shield. So 1 shield blocks 1 of the damage, but this is still 3 total damage because of the poison, which turns our 4 into a 3. So 4, then reduced by 1, so 3. So the Wind Demon goes down to 1. This is perfect. It should die before it goes. The only risk now, I think the Earth Demons only heal themselves, right? Yeah, so I think it always dies. So we've managed to eliminate the greatest threat in this room. All right. So then we're done. So then the Earth Demons go. This one is disarmed, so it does nothing. Number 3. Ah, no, we needed to move to here. Oh, we've already seen the attack. Darn it. I remember there was a reason I wanted to move to here, and I just forgot. It's because they're AoEs. I just forgot about it because then I wasn't thinking about what the Earth Demons were doing again. So I was focused on other things. Going here, it means the Quartermaster is also going to get hit. Whereas if we had gone to here, we would be focused and he wouldn't be able to hit 2 targets. This was a mistake. Oops. All right. So the Earth Demon consumes Dark. It's going away anyway. Oh, I guess I forget which one he's supposed to consume, but here it's just so irrelevant. Gonna create Earth and makes an attack at -1, so it's gonna be an attack 3, first on the Plague Herald and then on the Quartermaster. So here we go, first on the Plague Herald. So the Plague Herald, all the damage is negated because of Defensive Ditty, although the Plague Herald does get mobilized, and then on the Quartermaster. +1, okay. So 4 on the Quartermaster. We have just 1 shield here, so then we take 3 damage. Yeah, this shouldn't have happened. This was a big mistake. There you are. Okay, and so then at the end of the round, it's at B that the... No, the Bs and stuff like that don't matter. So we spawn a Night Demon here or here. This is ambiguous to us, but I guess it's closer to 2 people. If it spawns here than here, it's also actually worse for us if it spawns there. So we have a spawned regular Night Demon with 15 health. And it's the next turn. All right. What now? So this dies. These are far from death. Plague Herald's actually in a really bad spot here. That immobilize, run up may have been questionable. Maybe, who knows? I mean, I guess if we'd just been able to choose to spawn this here, it'd be a completely different story, right? Having to choose, I mean, our kind of punish ourselves rules of putting this here is actually what makes us the worst. If it's here, it goes to hit him. Yeah. Yeah, that is bad though. That is bad. Dirge still doesn't really hit things. We really need to have a song. It's just kind of silly not to. Do we need to use the ring already? Maybe it's safer too, because the Plague Herald's in a lot of trouble here. We could use the ring with Captivating Performance to stun 3 things. Move up, play a song or some sort of a top action, and then use Captivating Performance bottom. But what song would it be? Because we really want to use Dirge bottom once before we set up the song. This song? I guess that's fine for a turn. So, for a couple turns maybe. So we play this and this, and then we ring Captivating Performance to stun these two to prevent the Horror from really getting, or the Plague Herald from really getting messed up. Yeah, it's probably a safe call. All right, so the Plague Herald is immobilized anyway, so we can do our little 1-2 punch combo. I guess we don't need to stun ourselves then, and getting Fed to Flurry is also good. Basically, trying to get close to stacking that curse deck completely, so then next time through, after we're going to play the bottom of Dirge once, we'll immediately get the top of Dirge with the top of Baneful Hex set up. As for you, stunning the adjacent Earth Demon seems really good. Like to go before it, and a bunch of attacks is actually also quite good. Simply because it's poison, so this is 2 attack 3s. So 2 attack 3s with our modifier deck is just better than 1 attack 6. We're losing a big movement, but we still got this for movement, so that's okay. Alright. I think this seems fine. Let's go. Before, huh? Alright, alright. Well, the Night Demon goes first. Is going to walk up here and attacks for 5 on the Plague Herald. Whew! That's good. That is really fortunate for us because that was going to be bad. Alright, so the Night Demon is done. So now the Soothsinger goes. So the Soothsinger is going to activate Nightmare Serenade. Pretty bad song, but it's just the only song we had here right now. Oh, we actually want to do that afterwards. Hold on. All right. So actually, first what we're going to do is we're going to use the bottom Melody and Harmony to do a move 3, attack 3, range 3. Where do we need to go? I guess to here. I kind of want as many enemies as possible within range 3 of us. If we go here, yeah, that puts this Wind Demon also. But then we also get attacked by the Wind Demon rather than the Quartermaster, which we don't want. But it's impossible to get a Wind Demon within range 3 of us and have it attack us. I mean, not attack us. Yeah, and here's too far. I mean, here does just make the most sense. This way Dirge hits 4 targets, which is really important. All right, yeah, let's go there. So, oh no, but then we're not adjacent saying. We want to be adjacent saying so we can punch. We can also go here. Yeah, this is a totally safe space for us to be in. Yeah, and then we're doing like this as a bottom next turn. No. So probably not. So what if we just go here then? That's probably fine. We've got like our 2 squishies tanking on this side, which is not ideal, but does seem ultimately necessary here. This will also be stunned next turn, so it won't go. So there's still just these things to worry about. No, I mean, for the following turn, but I guess that's fine. Still probably best case to do it like this. All right, so we'll move to here, and we'll do our attack 3. I mean, disadvantage on him no matter what. Night Demon hits harder than the Earth Demon, but the Earth Demon is... Ooh. Oh dear. No, we're stunning him. Yeah, both Earth Demons are getting stunned. But the Earth Demon's immobilized, which is actually really annoying because it makes it so we can't get into the next room and keeps like the Plague Herald in a bad spot. Also, just with the poison, it's probably easier to kill this. Although we're hitting this no matter what with our top attack. So maybe we do just try to focus this Night Demon down. The Night Demon's definitely more threatening than an Earth Demon. It's a tough call. I mean, the Immobilize versus just the higher damage total. 2 higher damage versus Immobilize. I don't know actually which is more difficult. But again, this is poison, so it's just an easier kill. But then we're splitting damage because our attack 2 is always going here. So let's hit the Night Demon, I guess. All right. So we use Melody and Harmony as an attack 3 against the Night Demon after having moved. Nothing else to use for now. Okay. So that's interesting. So we stun the Night Demon, which makes Captivating Performance less necessary. Why don't we do 3 damage to it? Let's see here. No, that's just too bad. Oh, God. Hitting only 2 with Captivating. I mean, I guess whatever. It's just a +0. We should just. The problem is I want to make that have that stun be worth something, but I also need to stun this. Like I can't let either of these Earth Demons go. They just do way too much damage this turn. We don't have enough curses in their deck to reliably hope that they don't hit. And doing 2 attack 4s because the Earth are consuming multiple target range attacks is just way too risky. All right, so we're going to activate the top of Nightmare Serenade. So this, because we play a song, we have the Master's Loot. This allows us to do an attack 2. We're going to attack the Night Demons again. That's an unfortunate disadvantage. All right, so if we're stunning both of these, we should probably still just use our healing potion now, to be honest. It's not like we're going to heal ourselves that much more than this, so just to avoid some risk, we'll use our healing potion now. And we'll also use our Ring of Haste to play the bottom of Captivating Performance immediately at the end of our turn, which is stun range 3, target 3. So again, this actually does nothing here. We could have used the top to move instead of attacking. If we know we missed, maybe it would have been better, and then we could have stunned all these. But he's only stunning this anyway, so it wouldn't really change anything, and it would put us in a much worse spot. So we use Captivating Performance to stun here and to stun here. Technically, we can stun. No, we can't even stun that one. But it also just doesn't matter because it's dying from its wound. All right, so we're done. So then next up is the Plague Herald. So who do we want to attack with the Plague Herald? Probably the Wind Demon. Getting some damage on the Wind Demon is pretty good. We do actually need to kill it. It's not the most threatening enemy in the room. I mean, this was. Now these do more damage, but we're disadvantaged attacking either of these, whereas hitting this we're not one, or not disadvantaged. It's not like we have that much pierce that we're gonna, always be able to pierce through all of this. We have to make attacks into it no matter what, so I think that's actually just fine. But at the same time, we're making attack 5 and attack 4 into something with 3 shield, which is pretty bad. Yeah, that's just not effective damage right now. No, all right. So if I say on the next 2 attacks targeting you by enemies without muddle, I guess I should wait for the rest. No, it's better to hit the Night Demon. I hate making disadvantaged attacks though, but I guess it's still correct. Does that mean they aren't muddled or they do not muddle with the attack? That's a very good question. I actually don't know. We would have to ask guys. All right, anyway, so we'll use Fetid Flurry and then, well, we'll use Fetid Flurry first on the Night Demon. Nothing to use here. Should we potion actually for this? It's giving us 2 disadvantage, but fair enough. Yeah, actually, there's not that likely. I mean, not that high of a likelihood to have that many clumped enemies. And honestly, dumping 4 curses into their deck right now is so valuable. It allows us to get Baneful Hex and Disorienting Dirge sooner, which is just very valuable. So yeah, let's actually use our Volatile Bomb here on Fetid Flurry. So this will give us an attack 4 here and attack 5 here. Both these are disadvantaged, but that's just the name of the game here. All right, so Night Demon first. Well, even without disadvantage, it was missing. And then the Earth Demon. Ugh, some brutal disadvantages. All right, so we do get 4 curses for them. So we got a -1 on the Earth Demon, but the Earth Demon is poisoned, so we get +1, so it's just 4 damage to the Earth Demon in the end anyway. So now this is 12 and this is 14. Man, we've split damage really well there. Unfortunately, the ordering was not great. All right, and so then we're going to use the bottom of Spread the Plague, and we're just going to make an attack 3 on the Night Demon. And who is the higher priority? We've decided. Ugh, man, missing all our rolling curses because there's disadvantage. Although it's always disadvantage against Night Demon, so it changes nothing. All right, so +1 does 4, so the Night Demon is down to 8. All right, and we're done. So then the Quartermaster goes. We cannot move because we're immobilized, but we can play the bottom mainline stun here. Stunning you. I'm just going to get rid of, I guess, both of these immobilizes, fortunately now. And then we're going to use the top of Hasten Step. This gives us 2 attack 3s, targeting you. Yeah, we'll just leave it as is for now. Okay. No, we wouldn't have had anything to do with the spear. Okay, so attack 3, attack 3. Okay, so 2 damage. Jeez. Where were those when we were advantaged? All right, so 3 total damage. Oops. We did 6 value of attacks, and we got 3 damage. Man, woof, those weren't even disadvantaged ones. Those just those modifiers just waiting for us. All right. So we're done. So then the Wind Demons go. So the Wind Demons attack at +1. They don't have a wind to get to target, unfortunately. So the Elite just dies to its wound first. So 1 attacks the Quartermaster. Again, making an attack. You'd shuffle off the curses. Making an attack 5 on the Quartermaster. Okay. So 1 gets blocked here. Take 4. And then this one is stunned, actually. And then both the Earth Demons are also stunned. Okay. Well, we're just doing our things here. Oops. Let's put these back down here for a second. End the round. All right. We got nothing else to do, and these things that we're doing here are fine. As for us, we can finally move, which is good. Probably do want to get Baneful Hex up, I think. Yeah, it's got to be correct here. Our attacks aren't very good, and it's just time. It always sucks a little bit playing this on the first rest cycle. I mean, you kind of always should for this class, but obviously playing a loss on the first rest cycle costs you an extra turn of longevity, more than playing it on the second rest cycle. But I think this is correct. Yeah, we need to move back. Well, I guess the Soothsayer is not moving back, but this still works because then the Quartermaster will at least get focused by the Earth Demon. We can't get focused. And in that case, yeah, I guess it's better to do this early as well, so that if they do miss with the curses, we're just in a better spot, etc. We don't necessarily need the healing here. We can always just use a minor endurance potion charge to get this back because we have an odd number of cards in our hand, which gives us an extra turn. Here we also kind of need to use a minor endurance potion charge, which also works, I think, with this. Do we have a good spear? No, not really. I mean, if the Soothsayer moves, we do, but the Soothsayer really doesn't want to move. We want to play the bottom Disorienting Dirge here. So I think that's fine. Maybe we don't even minor. Maybe we'll potentially use Reinforced Steel if we really need it. We'll see what they're up to. We can make our decision based on that. Regardless, I think this makes sense. We also kind of actually need to move into the other room this turn, huh? Otherwise, we're getting an Elite Night Demon. Maybe we just take a bit longer in here. I think, yeah, if one of us leaves here, we're just in too much trouble. I think one more Elite Night Demon. I mean, that's tough. That's a lot of damage. The problem is our party doesn't deal that much damage, right? So between the two of these, this is an average of what, 18 health per turn or per 2 turns, so 9 health per turn. Our party probably does more than 9 damage per turn, but not that much more. But our party's also, I mean, once we get to close to 10 curses and we have Baneful Hex up, we're just better set up. So I think it's actually okay to kind of take a long-term hit to give ourselves more time here, rather than rushing into the other room, especially because, I mean, whoever goes in the other room, if it's the Quartermaster, then these two are really in a bad way here. And if one of them goes in, I mean, if we had an Invis Cloak, it could be a different story, but we do not. That, huh? Well, you're stunned anyway. Yeah, there were no elements created. Okay, so standard stuff, pretty standard stuff. Oh no, it is 2 target. Ugh, that's less standard stuff. All right, so what do we do here? How valuable is an extra turn for us? Reasonably valuable? Yeah, I think it's worth taking an extra turn. So let's actually use the bottom reinforced steel now. Plus we've got 3 major endurance charges and not that many opportunities to use it. So we'll use just a default move 2 and use our major endurance potion just to get an extra turn here. So where do we want to go to? Going to here would be not bad. I guess we can get up in this thing. I mean, we kind of have to kill that, but we also have to kill these. Fortunately, the 2 that are more wounded we can't actually get to. I mean, it just sucks that our attack did so little damage there. Also just stay around our allies, maybe? Yeah, because also this way we get the Soaring to Dirge. All right. Well, I guess if we're moving in place, is getting 2 shield... I guess this will block... No, all right. All right. Let's not do it then. We actually do need health, probably more than longevity right now. Otherwise, we might end up losing cards, which is just worse. So we'll actually use the bottom reinforced 2 to reinforce steel to do shield 2, affect self and all adjacent allies. So we have 2 shield here. And then we'll just use the... I guess we should attack first no matter what. All right, so hold on. We're going to use Giant Club, gain 1 experience, and we're going to do an attack 6 because of the poison targeting the Earth Demon number 2. Nice. That is good. I wish we'd had that before, but I'll still take it. Ooh, should I refresh sword knowledge armor? That's an interesting question. All right, well, no matter what, this is 6 damage, so he's down to 10. Compass has got to be good to have back. Sword knowledge armor is kind of like 2 health and 1 damage. Compass 4 damage. No, compass is better. Also, if we see them not moving for a turn and getting a -1 move, stuff like that, compass can just do more. Can even just deal damage with it right now if we really need to. But also sets up a spear, etc. Now we'll get the compass back. It's a nice flip. Okay, and then we will use the reinforced steel. Bottom, shield 2, affect self and all adjacent allies. All right, so we're up here at the beginning of our turn. It's curse 1 enemy within range 5. So we give out a curse. We'll be... Actually, we're giving 2 any curses here. So maybe it is Dirge time for a song. Because I plan on using Singing Arrow. I guess Singing Arrow, no, it hits 2, and Dirge hits 3. Dirge is really good here, though. What if we just do a default attack, too? It's actually not bad. And then Dirge next turn as a setup. Getting Dirge up here with 7 curses is quite nice, because we will have Baneful Hex. There are a lot of incoming attacks. Can also move back and move back so the Quartermaster gets hit with more attacks. And he has shield. Yeah, all right. I like this, actually. So let's do the bottom of Singing Arrow then as an attack 1, range 3 wound, and we're going to target Wind Demon number 3 here. Again, getting wound on these Wind Demons is quite valuable. This isn't exactly what we planned, but actually seeing the number of curses here does kind of change our plans a bit, and I think this is fine. All right, so here's our attack. Ooh, wow, that's great. Man, I love that deck. Love those cards. That's just the best, right? There's nothing like the joyful side of a +4. All right, so 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 1 from the poison is 6. So this is 3 damage here. He has 3 shield, down to 8. And we put a wound on him. And so then we're going to actually activate the top of Disorienting Dirge here. So much for the top of Nightmare Serenade, but so be it. All enemies gain disadvantage on all their attacks, and because we play a song, we're actually going to use the default move too, rather than attacking. This way, it'll be the Quartermaster getting attacked no matter what, right? So we could just do an attack 2. Moving back here is safer in the long run, but I guess isn't that necessary? Because the Wind Demons will attack 2 targets. If we go here, so presumably the Plague Herald's going here, right? And then the Earth Demon's still going there to attack the Quartermaster. The Wind Demon will still be attacking the Quartermaster plus the Soothsinger, which even if we go here, the Wind Demon attacks the Quartermaster plus the Soothsinger. So I guess it doesn't really change much. Going here allows us to get healed 1 by the Plague Herald. It's not a whole lot. I guess getting an attack 2 is probably better than 1 healing. Repositioning is valuable, but I suppose it's not that valuable. All right, yeah, well, then we'll just take the attack 2 against the Night Demon. Plus, with this modifier deck, who knows what can happen. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. We lose all those rollings, but it's still okay. So we get 4 damage here. Yeah. Oh, we just did 4 damage with an attack 2 and poison. Not bad. Not bad. We'll take it if we have to. All right, that was sweet, actually. Definitely happy with our decision. So then here we go. We're going to gain 2 experience, and we're going to activate the top Baneful Hex. If a curse causes an enemy to deal no damage during its attack, this enemy suffers 3 damage. Beautiful. And then we're going to use the bottom of Winged Congregation. I guess we can hold off on the heal then. So what if we just go to here? Yeah, this way we get shield against the Wind Demon's 2 target because we're adjacent. Yeah, makes sense. So we'll just use the bottom of Winged Congregation as a default move 2, which allows us to use a charge of Minor Endurance and to bring it back. And because we're going to be taking some damage here, and it's not like we're getting that much healing, we'll go ahead and use a Minor Healing Potion to go up to 11. Oh god, I forgot today was Monday. And 10 cheer. Thank you very much, Prototype. Appreciate it, as usual. And top of the week to ya. Alright, so we're done. So now the Wind Demons go. They don't have wind, but they do make 2 target attacks with -1. These will be attack 3s. This one takes 1 from its wound, but this one goes first. Alright, so number 1 will attack first the Quartermaster and then the Plague Herald. It's a holiday for me, so I'm off work. Ah, congratulations. It's a holiday as in, like in French would be jour férié. Let me see. Like a public holiday, or it's you have a like vacation time. It's a U.S. holiday. What is the day today? I mean, what is the? Is it maybe Martin Luther? No, because Martin Luther King's birthday was a little bit ago. But I guess maybe it is. Okay, I was right. I guess his day is not on his birthday, which was I think last week, if I'm not mistaken. I guess it's just the Monday close to it because setting up 3-day weekends is nice or something like that. I don't have off though. Okay. Yeah, sorry. It's been a while since I've been in the US, so I forget a lot of these holidays. It's a good holiday to have though, for sure. Okay. Yeah. So let's make these attacks first on the Quartermaster, then on the Plague Herald, both at 3, and so all attacks are disadvantaged. First Quartermaster. Okay, so -1 is 2. The Quartermaster has 2 shield from Reinforced Steel, so no damage. Then on the Plague Herald, love to see a curse here. Ooh, that's the opposite of seeing a curse. Glad we used our healing. So it's actually 4 then to the Plague Herald. But we do have 2 shield from Reinforced Steel, so we're down to 9. I hope you're enjoying your day off then. I am in, so Jessica's in Belgium for the beginning of this week. Well, for half of this week. I mean, she was there at the end of the weekend, long weekend, going into the beginning of this week. So it's bachelor pad time here, which is, I mean, well, bachelor pad. Man pad, I guess we'll call it, time here, which is pretty glorious, kind of. Yes and no. I mean, I certainly miss her. It's always kind of the same thing. It's like so here she's gone for 3.5 days. So the first day and a half, 2 days, undies, pizza, and beer. Yeah, kind of. Except it's France, so the beer is wine. Yeah, I don't know if it's so much freedom. I mean, I really love living with Jessica, but there's just some things. And I've talked about this before, but so well, anyway, it's sort of like a progression. At the beginning of it, it's amazing. I'm like, oh, it's all mine, it's freedom. And then towards the end, I'm like, oh, no, Jessica, you know. But going to the bathroom with the door open is glorious, stuff like this. It's fun for a few days, then it's sad and lonely. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's less lonely, fortunately, because we have our cat who is extreme. I mean, when Jessica's gone, somehow the cat, I mean, knows basically from the first day and becomes extremely needy the entire time, which I'm fine with. But yeah, keeping the seat up. Well, I honestly, my mother like drilled into us about the seat from a young age, so it's just second nature to me. My wife is pushing a house move, so I'm running around trying to paint, then back to watch, then back to scrape something, mount a new ceiling light. Very frustrating. It's okay. I understand. If you've got, I mean, I'm happy to have you here some of the time, and good luck with your housework. Housework is fun, but also it is rough. It's satisfying to see the progression though. But yeah. So no, the best part about Jessica being gone is actually being able to eat whatever I want, in the sense of I don't have to have any consideration for what she likes to eat. Because, for example, me, I love spicy food, but Jessica, first of all, doesn't really like spicy food, but actually has some stomach problems more recently because of stress to do with her PhD and everything like this. So can't eat spicy food at all. So here, I can just like order some really spicy food and I just enjoy it as much as I want and have leftovers. And otherwise, I have to be concerned about what I can cook relative to her, etc. So that's my biggest highlight of having it all to myself is actually just eating anything that I want. Okay, so number 3 takes 1 damage from its wound, goes down to 7. Attacks the Soothsinger first, and then the Quartermaster because lowest initiative while equidistant. So first on the Soothsinger. Love to see a curse, and we do. 2 curses at once. The usual. Let's keep track of how many times in a row this happens, actually. We draw 2 curses instead of 1. So thus far we're at 1, 2 curses. Anyway, still great to see a curse there. But if you remember the last scenario, I don't think a single time drew a single curse. Maybe 1 time. Every other time it was always 2. Double curse counter +1. Thank you. Okay, and then on the Quartermaster. Well, all right. 1 to 1 thus far. Maybe I'm being unfair. Maybe it was just a really one-directional thing in the last scenario. So this made us a little bit tilted towards this scenario. So maybe it won't be like this here. Drawing attention to it always helps. But this is actually amazing to get it to get 2 curses on its 2-target attack because now it's down to 1 life. It dies to its wound next turn. Hold on. I think that's how it works, right? It'll no damage during its attack. Yeah, when it doesn't say attack action, it would be single attack. So yeah, so each one of those does trigger 3 damage. That's great. The Night Demon's stunned. And then the Earth Demons go, they create Earth, and they're both making attack 4, mobilizes. This one's going to here to attack the Quartermaster as well. So both on the Quartermaster. Yeah, double curse to +2. And then... Alright. So we're 2 to 1 thus far. -2 is really nice. So no damage to the Quartermaster on any of these attacks because of the 2 shield. And then the first one to attack takes 3 damage. Down to 7. And they're done. And the Quartermaster is immobilized. And then, where's actually closest? Here, it's 1, 2. It would actually be here because it's 2 movement from the lowest initiative, which makes sense. All right, so we've got an Elite Night Demon here now, which is a little bit more threatening. I mean, it only hits for 8 damage. All right, so here we need to short rest. Unfortunately, we didn't get to gain the extra turn. Ooh, that is tough. I think we actually need that in the next room. All right, pay 1 life. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, with 1 life, I guess the exchange is probably not worth it. Without 1 life, if I could choose, probably. Hi, Korean friend. Thank you. It is 안녕하세요, right? I mean, like I said, I really only learned 2 things while in Korea, which is 감사합니다 and 안녕하세요. And I just get nervous and confused, but I think it is 안녕하세요. Is hello. Oh no, you said it's like on the telephone. Oh, I'm an idiot. No, I remember now. Yeah. Well, it's still my best effort. Sorry. Okay, so early initiative and a stun kind of makes the most sense here, and then we can just destroy something with poison afterwards, or yeah, do something like this. Actually, the bottom poison split onto the Elite Night Demon isn't bad. But then we're going late with a stun. I mean, I guess even if we go later with a stun, it's still kind of fine, right? It's not like we're ever gonna, well, maybe we can't. Oh, hold on, let's actually do our short rest here. We're not bringing back Dirge. We've got plenty of charges of endurance. All right, that's fine. Dirge is especially good here. All right, so if we can CC both of these, this would be great. I mean, we can either CC both of these or both of these, but this we can maybe just kill. This dies. Yeah, those 2 up there has got to be the best way to do it. How can we go early and do that? Ooh, yeah. Lots of curses, lots of CC. Don't call me Soothsinger for nothing. Yeah, this makes sense. 1, 2, 3, expand, hit both of these with a curse attack, and then also hit both of them with one of these 2, probably just this here. because it's possible that we'll have a better grouping for this in the future. All right, this works. So in that case, we can spread the poison and just go with a stun either on one of them. If they break the stun first, then we stun after. Otherwise, we can always stun one of the two things here, probably this. So Quartermaster needs to go before the Plague Herald. Plague Herald's going at 31, so that's not too difficult. So that he draws focus from this Earth Demon. This dies. This, yeah, this is something of a question of what we're doing. Oh no, we actually can skewer both of those. Beautiful. That's great, actually. So in that case, we want to use Ogre Club here. Obviously, Portable Ballista will always be good, but Ogre Club, this is a great opportunity to use our spear. And we want to go pretty early. This gives us advantage and a bit of shield. Shield might not do anything, but the advantage is definitely great. We can do this without needing to move, so here we go. Okay, so there's some stuff happening, but we're mostly going before them. This initiative is actually going to work out really well for the stun too, so this is great. All right, so Soothsayer's first. I mean, yeah, we're always getting experience for Song. I'm just not tracking Soothsayer experience because Soothsayer's at level 9. So we're going to begin by using the top or the bottom of Nightmare Serenade. So this is attack 1, range 3, curse. 1, 2, 3 like this, hitting these two. We could hit these two, but this one should die anyway to the skewer. The damage here could be relevant, but killing this one actually comes sooner. All right, so we'll do Earth Demon and the Night Demon, so it'll be regular and then disadvantaged. Both of these are just attack, well, so the first on the Earth Demon. All right, so +2. So our attack was 1, +1 from the poison, +2 there, so 4 total. Push this down to 3, and that's 1 curse. And then on the Elite Night Demon, which is going to be disadvantaged because Night Demons. That's okay, though. I mean, it was only dealing 1 damage anyway. The most significant thing here was the curse. So we give them 2 curses, which is not bad. Okay, and then we use the top of Provoke Terror, and we stun him, and stun him. Okay, and then we're done. So then it's the Quartermaster's turn. So the Quartermaster's going to use the bottom Crushing Hammer. We can't do the move. We can't do the Shield 1 Self-Strengthen, which is mostly just for the Strengthen. And then we're going to use the top of Ogre, or Giant Club. I always want to call it Ogre Club. I guess that's from Dota. So this gives us an attack 5. We're going to use our Long Spear to turn it into a line like this. So we're going to hit first the Earth Demon and then the Night Demon. So regular and then disadvantage. Each of these are 6s because of the poison. We could use Power here. Have we flipped just one of these? Maybe we flipped 2. We're also not very likely to hit more targets than this, but the Power Potion is unnecessary on him. Even if we get a -2, which we can't even get at this point because it's in our discard, changes nothing. Here, it doesn't necessarily change anything, so let's just hold off as we are. All right, so the Earth Demon first. Okay, so that's nice. So our 6 becomes an 8 here, which puts us down to 6 life. And then on the regular Night Demon, which is disadvantaged. Okay, so we kill the regular Night Demon, which is great. Nope, no coin, it was summoned. My bad. There we go. Oh, whoops. We flipped incorrectly. I forgot we were strengthened. All right. So actually, wait, hold on. No, it actually, no, we flipped. No, we didn't. Yep. All right, my bad. The strengthen should have counteracted the muddle. So, I mean, this is fine. We can just reverse engineer this. It should have, we're actually basically hurting ourselves here by having done this. We should have had a +2 on the top of our deck for our next attack. Yeah, not disadvantage, exactly like Isio said. So the first one worked out fine because advantage or not would have been exactly the same because we flipped rolling modifier, but here, yeah, it should have not been disadvantaged. So again, we've made a mistake, but again, a mistake that only punished ourselves because we just, now instead of having +2 on top of our deck, we've reshuffled the +2 into our deck. Still the exact same outcome of the attack. All right, so we are done. So then the Wind Demons go. So number 1, and we also lose our Immobilize, which is great. So then Wind Demon number 1 creates wind, makes an attack 4, targeting the Quartermaster. Disadvantage as usual. All right, so 2-2, and this was a very nice one. Although admittedly, I guess a crit was +0, but still. This party is totally balanced. Okay, so no damage. It does do a pull 1, which 1, 2, 1, 2. No, does not pull at all. Because here it's 2 spaces to there and 2 hexes to there, so it doesn't actually put us any closer. It cannot possibly pull us. It could pull us to here, which would not be a lateral pull, but oh wait, no, it is one. Yeah, because we're 1, 2, 3. No, it's still. Never mind. Yeah, I'm just being an idiot. So it actually does pull us to there, which I don't know, doesn't change much. I think should be fine. So then the Night Demon goes and loses its stun. And then it is the Plague Herald's turn. So this is kind of interesting. It'd be really nice to stun this Elite Night Demon, but it's also clumped, so we can disarm it pretty easily. Although I guess this should also just be killed. But really, what is he doing? Just healing himself. He also immobilizes everyone within range 3. So this immobilizes all of us. And we need to actually probably go in next turn to prevent more Night Demon spawns. So stunning him is pretty valuable, and just counting on the Soothsinger to go before the Elite Night Demon the following turn, which is never guaranteed. Is their fast card still here? Ah, it is. So maybe that's okay. Yeah, I think that's correct. All right, so we're going to first use the bottom of Virulent Strain. Poison target all enemies adjacent to all enemies with poison. So this is just going to poison the Night Demon. It's kind of free, so why not? And then we're going to use the top of Paralyzing Bite. We gain 1 experience. This gives us an attack 1, range 3 stun, targeting the the Earth Demon here, so this will be disadvantaged. All right, so +0, so it's just 2 damage. Putting him down to 4, and stunning him. And we're done. And then the Earth Demons go, and both of them just lose their stuns. Ah, sorry, I forgot to actually have this Wind Demon go. He had 1 life, so he dies from his wound. That's why I forgot about him. I knew I had to do that, but just forgot to do it. All right, great. So that was round 5. So this round, we kind of want to move in if we can. Since this room is mostly handled. So it just takes 1 movement when adjacent to the altar, right? 1 movement, yes. So really the best, we want to go early. We want to use Portable Ballista because that will kill this and hit the Night Demon for some damage, which is nice. So it kind of makes sense to do this, and our earliest initiative is using Reinforced Steel to move, which I suppose is fine. All right, so this makes sense. So as for you all, we do need to stun the Night Demon. Here we're always just doing these 2 cards. I guess the heal is just going to affect you. I mean, disabling the Night Demon basically has to be this card then, because this we're not in range unless we use a top move. The only way we can do a top move is playing a song, but we definitely prefer to have a Disorienting Dirge up here rather than Defensive Ditty. Yeah. I mean, there are only 3 curses in their deck, but I think it's more just not wanting to have switch back and forth in songs. I guess switching songs does just give us a top action. It is actually a good top action. Well, then we can't Captivating Performance you. This one should die, this one should die, so we'd really just be stunning this with that. No, I think it makes more sense just to use the top of Throw Voice, and then we'll just use the bottom of Defensive Ditty just to do a default move 3, which allows us to pick up a coin, disable, etc. Alright, this works. Let's do it. Healing yourself finally, huh? You're repeating this. Alright, let's see. So first things first is the Soothsinger. We've always got to disable the Night Demon, that's for sure. So how are we doing this? So we disable the Night Demon. I guess we're just disarming this as well, just I guess in case of a miss. And there's no downside to it, it's just free. So we do that, and we do the bottom of Defensive Ditty as a default move 3 to grab a coin, because we need money for enhancements to retire. And because we used a default move, we can use a charge of our Minor Endurance Potion to bring back Defensive Ditty, which works well. Okay. Wind Demon goes. Attack -1. Oh, there is wind. Him going invisible doesn't really matter so much. The heal 1 is annoying, actually, because it removes the poison. So he removes the poison, goes invisible. Not that. That. Oh, God. You can see how I feel about Wind Demons, the fact that I'm just grabbing this automatically. And he attacks the Quartermaster at attack -1. So it's an attack 3, and all was disadvantaged. Okay. Miss. A miss does not yield self-damage, but does mean no damage still. This heal, invisible, done. Okay. So then it's the Quartermaster's turn. We're going to begin by using the top of Portable Ballista. So this gives us an attack 4. First on the Earth Demon, then on the Night Demon. So regular and then, no, advantaged and then regular, actually. Yeah, compass doesn't really do anything for us here. I guess, I mean, we could compass this to here. No, better just save the compass, I think. Never know when it could be useful. What we could do is we could compass this to here. This would allow the Plague Herald to hit the Night Demon instead. The advantage of the Plague Herald hitting the Night Demon is if the Plague Herald hits the Earth Demon, then the curse is going to do nothing. But still probably best. It's just wasting the compass for this is silly. All right, so yeah, we'll do advantage and then regular. So Earth Demon first. All right, well, stun wouldn't have mattered any differently on the Night Demon. So yeah, we kill this easily. Only 3 health, and our attack does 6. And then we hit the Night Demon. Neither advantage nor disadvantage. Wow, okay, that's great. That is really, really good, actually. So our attack is a 4, but +1 from the poison is a 5, and then the crit makes it a 10. So it goes down to 11 from 21, which is really beautiful. And then we're going to use the bottom of Reinforced Steel as a default move too. So 1. Do we take our time? No. I mean, basically, literally by moving across, we have a decent chance of taking damage, but we also essentially execute a Night Demon by just going across this turn. So yeah, we'll use one more. There are coins here, but now we'll use one more movement and hop across. Okay, so now I've got to set up this room. I assume we weren't supposed to see this room before. Oh, I actually was supposed to set up some stuff before, because there are... No, it's actually... Yeah, no, there are corridor tiles there, so technically I was supposed to set those up, but I mean, that was kind of obvious anyway. I guess I can... No, because I wouldn't have known. Yeah, I would have just wanted to go to one of these because they're the furthest away, so whatever, there is fine. Turns out there was lava next to me, but doesn't really matter too much. So what I mean is the way you set up scenarios in advance is I should have actually, like, I wouldn't have known that there were lava tiles there, but I would have known that there were corridor tiles there. Just to be clear for anyone. Again, though, like I said, I consider it pretty obvious since we didn't set up a door there. Trap there, and trap there. Okay. So that was everything we have to set up in this room except for enemies. That is a lot of enemies. I mean, we still got our boots, right? So we can always jump back. We'll see. But actually, not every enemy in this room does have flying, so the compass is going to do something. But let's hold on a second. So we've got 2 Night Demons, 1 Elite, 1 Regular. Oops, not you. The compass can certainly do some things. What are they up to? We already see it. So, and then we have 1 regular Wind Demon. Thank God it's not Elite. That would be cruel and unusual. Glad we refreshed the compass. All right. So we don't see any additional text yet. All right. So we can use the boots to move back if we want, which would also allow us to get a coin, but then we will get an additional Night Demon here, which is not the end of the world, I suppose. Otherwise, if we stay in here, we're getting clobbered, right? Well, yes and no. How much does the Night Demon move? The Elite moves 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he would still go here and hit us. And this one will go here and hit us. They take a lot of damage, so do we. As the Wind Demon does not hit us. At least there's that, which is a positive. Trying to look to see if is there any way that we can deal damage to them with the compass. I mean, I guess we could just use our utility belt here if we're being realistic. All right, so this trap does 9. Each of these do 4. He has 21 life. So 9, 13, 17, 21. He's dead. That's probably worth doing. just getting to execute one of these outright. Basically, by staying here and using double compass, we get a kill on him plus essentially, like I said, a kill on a regular Night Demon in the other room. Yeah, I think that's correct. We're just gonna take one attack, but we still got, I mean, 13 life is not a lot, don't get me wrong. But we still have 13 life, and it's a disadvantage attack. There are a few curses in there. Yeah, let's do this. So we're gonna use compass. I think it's just better than moving back and letting them have another free Night Demon. So compass, we're gonna do 1, 2. So this is 13 damage already, because the trap is 9 and the hot coals are 4. So 13. We're gonna use our utility belt during your turn. You or any one ally may refresh one of your spent or consumed items. Will refresh the compass. The number of times we've used these two items in concert, I would definitely always use the Doom Compass on this class. All right, and then Doom Compass again. They don't heal themselves or anything first, do they? No. All right. So then this was 13. We're going to move him. This is gone. I mean, we can kind of do whatever we want in order to kill him. I guess where do we want the coin? Maybe the Plague Herald. The Plague Herald wants to come for this, and we have the loot too, so having the coin be around this could be good. I don't know how much that actually changes, but sure, let's do that. I mean, I guess it's always going to be sure. Yeah, well, and then we'll do who tuk tuk. So this is 8 more damage plus our 13 is exactly 21. So this kills the Night Demon. Where's the Aeromancer when you needed him? All right, so the Night Demons go. So that's really just this regular here. They consume any elements, but there have been no elements. And so it's going to be a move 4, attack 5. Just going to here. So an attack 5 with disadvantage because of Surrendering Dirge. Okay. So 5. We have no shield, so 5 actual damage. And then it's all adjacent enemies and allies suffer 1 damage. So 6 damage in the end. All right, we're hurting, without a doubt. Then it is the Plague Herald's turn. Yeah, I mean, should be killing this. Fortunately, our heal isn't really doing anything here. Also, this moving next to this could be risky, but it gives us a coin, and we like coins. So we use the bottom of Wing Congregation. Again, default or not, changes nothing here. Just moving there, grabbing this coin. And then we will use Gathering Doom as an attack 3, but really attack 4 because of the poison. So an attack 4, range 3 curse, targeting the Earth Demon there. And hope for the best. And unfortunately, those curses, well, either we missed the attack, which would have been very bad, and I wouldn't have traded this for the curses, or the curses were wasted. But I guess they're only wasted, I mean, not really wasted because we get a reshuffle, which is kind of a shame. So far, we've flipped 4 rolling curse modifiers, and not one of them has done anything. All right, we killed that. Which still has nothing to do with anything here. So then the Earth Demons have been eliminated, actually. And that's the end of the round. Ah, actually, this Night Demon shouldn't be there. I messed up, because this would have gone through, so this one actually would have moved. 1, 2, 1, 2, lower initiative, so yes, this would actually be there. Which makes us a little bit safer going here, I suppose. Ah, and then the Soothsayer actually would have suffered 1 damage as well. Huh, okay. Touche. Because he was there, this was here, and they're both 1, 2, 1, 2 away, both equidistant, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, but this one has lower initiative, so going there makes sense, and yeah, the 1 damage. I just forgot, thought he was stunned, but he was actually disarmed, so it's a little bit different. Let's end the round. So at the end of 6, there was no Night Demon spawn, so we actually can't hop back through for a turn. Which is fine. Can't go very early while doing that though, huh? But it still makes sense to do that. And we can wound that Night Demon in here before hopping back through. Yeah. Problem with this is we actually have 2 bottoms here, kind of, and 2 tops here at this point. So actually, let's do something a little bit different. Let's use this bottom here to hop back through, and this is a top. So actually what we'll do is we're going to hop back through, and stun the elite here, and then we're going to make the 2 top attacks there. This gets us the wound a little bit later, but that's okay. Otherwise, we could use the wound and then do this. No, because we need to go early for the stun to actually be relevant. I think this is better. We're missing out on 1 wound damage, but we're not having to do a useless top. I mean, refreshing spent items for the Plague Herald or something is pretty bad. Pretty uninspiring. All right. Plague Herald should do a short rest for sure. Definitely not a long rest type of scenario. Oops. Did not grab all those cards. Yeah, it's fine. We've got to move a lot from now on. Enemies in here are poisoned anyway. Not a big deal. All right, so that's invisible, so we can't really mess with that, but we can shoot at this a bunch. We definitely need to stack some more curses into their deck because they've drawn a lot, and might as well use this because it deals a fair amount of damage. So as for us, we don't actually need to stun this turn. We should keep... Yeah, so we actually go as late as we want, which actually allows us to do just these 2. Bottom move plus a little curse throwing. Not very exciting curse throwing, it's just going to give 1, but 1 is still better than nothing. I think it's better than a default attack. And then the following turn, we can make sure we go early to get a stun, since the Quartermaster should hopefully be stunning him. And even if he doesn't, well, yeah, that can really hurt. But he is disadvantaged, and there are some curses in their deck, so who knows. I think this is still the correct way, and just to hope for the best here. When has that ever gone wrong? Yeah. All right. Not great. Also sucks because this Night Demon hits the Quartermaster now, but there's nothing we can do about that. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, so the Elite is actually going to attack the Soothsayer. We really need to see a curse here. Whew. Play well, get rewarded. Not really playing well here. I mean, this was a greedy play. Even if we'd gone on our fastest initiative, though, I guess it really absolutely would have changed nothing. So we just got fortunate here. So this takes 3 damage from missing with a curse. I forgot actually has so little health. Actually, maybe we'll make our attacks here first then. We'll see. All right, so that Night Demon goes. Then the regular Night Demon here goes. They actually do create dark. So attack at -1, so attack 5 on the Quartermaster. Still disadvantaged. Nice. Here we were flipping really well this scenario. I guess it's kind of balancing out the last scenario. We did not flip so well with our curses. All right, so it takes 3 damage as well. So then, first up, we have the Plague Herald. So Fetid Flurry plus Spread the Plague. Fetid Flurry first, because it gives curses. So we want not to kill with it. It's disadvantaged as usual, +1. So Fetid Flurry was a 4, +1 from the poison is a 5, +1 from the modifier is a 6. So this puts this down to 2. And then we use the bottom of Spread the Plague, also attacking the Night Demon. Okay, so we actually killed the Night Demon. No coin because it was spawned. Huh. All right, so then we're done. So this does change things a bit here, but that's okay. So we'll do Hasten Step plus Hasten Step attacks, targeting the Night Demon, because there's nothing else really for us to attack. Guess we could try running over to the chest. I kind of want the chest for the Plague Herald. Maybe we just abandon that. We'll see. Anyway, for now we attack the Night Demon. Attack 2, the move 1's not going to do anything, so 2 attack 2s. Both a disadvantage. Okay, so 1 damage. And then 3 damage, so 4 total. Now to 8. And then we're just going to do a move in place and stun with Scroll of Judgment. Not ourselves. And so we're done. So then the Wind Demons go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it does get to hit the Plague Herald, unfortunately. It's going to be an attack 4 pull. No, push 1, so never mind. Yeah, it's just an attack 4 on the Plague Herald. Still disadvantaged. Jeez, we're flipping so well. That is crazy, and this one does nothing. Can't move, or isn't moving this turn. So then it's the Soothsayer's turn. So this one has lost its invis. So we do a move 3, attack 3. Go 1, 2, 3 to here. He's not poisoned anymore, so this attack 3 kind of sucks, but we got great modifier deck. Otherwise we go 1, 2, 3 to here. Yeah, maybe that attack is better. I don't really want to leave the Plague Herald alone with the Wind Demon though, huh? And next turn we can stun the Wind Demon, and we don't need the stun here. So yeah, this makes more sense. Plus we get a coin, which is definitely not an insignificant bonus. All right, so we just have to hope for a decent modifier. So we'll make an attack 3, again targeting the Wind Demon. Like some curses or something. All right, or crit. Crit is okay as well. So our 3 crits for a 6, which he has 3 shields, so he's down to 5. And then we just use the top of Singing Arrow and literally give just 1 curse, which is a little bit underwhelming, but gotta get them in there somehow. And that's the end of the round. So like I said, now we do these things. And we do these things. And we do what things? So it's getting stunned no matter what. So I guess what we want most is just damage on it. It'd be nice to poison it, but we actually don't have any more sources of poison. Actually can make Virulent Strain definitely a card we want to lose at this point, because we literally can't poison enemies anymore, except for the 1 modifier for the Soothsinger. No, sorry. We have Nightmare's Affliction. I forgot about that. I don't think we want to use Nightmare's Affliction here, though. Maybe we do. Gives 1 poison, 1 curse. How likely is this thing to die? It's 5 health still, so I guess poisoning it first is reasonable. I mean, this does 2, maybe 3 damage to it, but we still need a little bit more damage. So sure. Let's Nightmare's Affliction it. In that case, what else are we doing? Actually, we have to move up in order to be able to hit it. Yeah, our bottom really doesn't matter. Curse attacks are still good. This we definitely want. Yeah, I mean, let's just get rid of Virulent Strain, I suppose, just as a throwaway, as a default move. We also can use Endurance to get that back, I guess. So, I mean, when we go here, it really changes nothing. She's not attacking it. All right, so here we go. Well, the Wind Demon in the back is finally moving up. So, yeah, Soothsinger's first. We're going to use... I guess we probably should activate Defensive Ditty here. There's so few curses in their deck. The Shield 1... I mean, against most of these enemies, the Shield 1 just isn't very good. But it also just gives us a move to... We don't want to move into here with her, though. So does a move 2 really do anything for us? Not particularly. I guess it lets us get a little bit closer to that. Coins are nice. Sure. I mean, Dirge doesn't really give many curses, though, on bottom, so keeping the song up just makes sense. Yeah. Whatever, this is fine. Let's use the bottom of Captivating Performance, and we're just going to stun you. A little bit of an exciting turn, but got nothing else going. So we're done. So the Wind Demons go. So they do not have wind, but it is 4 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't reach. This one is stunned. So then the Quartermaster goes. We're going to use the top of Bladed Boomerang, gain 1 experience, and we're going to make a wound attack targeting the Night Demon here. It's disadvantaged, but it's always disadvantaged. Nice. A little refresh. That's great. Yeah. Oh, we can't refresh this. We don't care that much about getting these back. Definitely the Compass. So +0. It's just 2 damage. And a wound. He's going after us too, which is great for that wound. Then we have a move 4, but our move 4 doesn't really take us anywhere. Well, it can if we Compass him. So are we supposed to be the one to go get this then? Yeah, I guess it's probably correct to just have us get it and give up on the Plague Herald going. It's just a check mark. This makes the stun and the wound all kind of gratuitous. Yeah, but so be it. And the Compass isn't doing anything else here anyway. So sure, let's just use the Compass. Throw him into this trap. So he dies. I guess we could try to save the trap. I think everything that comes after is just living spirits though, so I don't think it changes anything to do it, because living spirits we can't put in traps anyway. Alright, so he's dead, and then this gives us a move 4 on the bottom of reserved energy. 1, 2, 3. I mean, I guess it still makes sense to move to here. We could use our boots this turn, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I don't know if that really changes anything versus just doing our move 5 jump plus boots in the future. It's kind of exactly the same, except here we're Jason. I mean, basically we could either be here now or be here Be here or be here. Here now, use boots now, or here now, use boots later. I think being adjacent to it is probably better. It doesn't really have any negative effect. Oh, no, it could push us into here. Okay. Yeah. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also, we can long rest. So we'll use our boots now. So that works. So then it is the Plague Herald's turn. So the Plague Herald creates dark. Actually, do a default move 2 first. I guess we'll just go to here. This puts us closer to the poison, or the coin. So we'll just move there with the bottom of Virulent Strain. Now he can pull you. Ah, you're right. All right, let's look at what he's. It's a refresh. No, it's not a reshuffle. Yeah, good call. He has 2 pulls, and I think this is actually the only adjacent push. I guess we can just move to here. This actually makes the most sense. No point in using the boots then. So we just move there with the 4. I forgot they have the pull as well. I mean, obviously I shouldn't. They have 2 cards. Both their 21s are pulls. Just sometimes we forget things when we're focusing on too many things at once. All right, so we use the bottom Virulent Strain as a default move too. Yeah, for longevity. I don't really want this card back, but it does give me an extra turn. So that turn can always just be a default move too. So we use our second endurance charge just to get that back. And then we use the top of Nightmare Affliction as an attack 1 Poison Curse, targeting the Wind Demon. Right. So no damage, but we give them a curse, and most significantly, we give him a poison. And the Night Demons have been eliminated. End the round. So I guess we shouldn't long rest then. We still have to kill this thing, actually. Which is all the more reason not to long rest here, I suppose. That is really good damage against him. So I think not. Oh, but what if we lose our move jump? And 1 life. That's basically an attack 3 on bottom against the Wind Demon. 3 damage on bottom is a better way of putting it. Yeah, alright, let's keep it. Let's reroll. There's just 1 card I really don't want to lose. Alright, that's fine. And Soothsinger, yeah, short rest as well, I think. Need to kill these things. Okay, so be it. Alright, so what's our plan here? Definitely wounding this thing. We still have a song up, so we don't need to play a song. I guess just stunning it as well. It can't go invisible here, and if we go after it and stun it, this is probably pretty safe. We don't really have any other top actions that matter, and we definitely want to get the bottom wound. As for us, we don't have Fetid Flare anymore. I guess this is good. We could also just stun it here, and then use this next turn. We're not really in that much of a hurry to kill it. Although I guess we could also just use a curse attack to get a free curse. Actually, though, the wound plus under the skin just kills it. Yeah. All right, that does it. And then we want to grab this coin, which we do with a movement. Yeah, just this default is fine. Initiative really doesn't matter here because this is at 60 anyway. Okay. As for us, I think what we want to do is actually just use Portable Ballista plus Giant Club here. We have to kill this Wind Demon, and it really needs to be the Quartermaster who does it. The sooner we get the wound on him is nice, especially since we know that they don't have their self-heal. I think they might have 1 more self-heal, but I'm not even sure. Basically, the issue is that because we don't have Scroll of Lightning anymore, we need to be adjacent to him. So if we move at all, then we're not going to be anymore. So this is good, but I guess there's also, no, because we need to use this bottom. Yeah. So if we get the wound this turn and do what? I guess then we would be maybe strengthening ourselves and wounding this turn. I guess him attacking is maybe not the worst thing ever because he can flip curses. There's not that many curses in their deck, but I guess just 1 turn sooner of the wound does do a bit more damage. We're gonna need every point of damage. It's not like doing 5 damage here and then wounding him, he's still at 6 health. So yeah, actually if we get the wound 1 turn sooner, plus by doing this we get it strengthened for when we make this attack 5, which is also really important. This is disadvantaged here. Well, sorry, not disadvantaged, it's gonna be regular, but it's just an attack 2. The actual damage of this attack is so insignificant. So this actually is probably the most damage efficient way to be attacking him, which I think is just what we have to consider at this point. Okay. Good thing we didn't move to be pulled into that. So we go first. We're going to do a move 2, shield oneself. So if he's pulling us, it doesn't really matter where of these two we are. We'll stay here, though. Just seems safer. So we strengthen ourselves and we gain shield 1 for this round. And then we use Bladed Boomerang. We're going to attack with just neither advantage nor disadvantage because of strengthen, but being adjacent with a ranged attack. Honestly, perfectly happy to see that now because this attack wasn't really dealing damage anyway. All right, and so we just put a wound on him. So then he goes, he is wounded, goes down to 10. So the beautiful thing here is he doesn't actually move away from us. Unfortunately, we don't have our retaliate armor anymore. But he doesn't move away because he can't lose disadvantage because he always has disadvantage. Hold on. Oh, there's the invis now. Oh, that is the bad thing with this, huh? If now that they have wind, if they flip exactly this card next turn, otherwise we're fine. That card is very bad for us next turn. We still have, we did use, did we? No, because we wouldn't have endurance last rest cycle. This, and we didn't do it the first rest cycle, so no, we actually haven't used that. In worst case scenario, if he ends up going invis, then we'll just bring back both the cards. But yeah, this is bad. I mean, the reshuffle with wind is just risky for us because of what he can do next turn. But it's only 1 out of 8, so it would have been 1 out of 2 out of 5 into 1 out of 8. Anyway, he goes, he attacks us. All right. So disadvantage because of the song. So -2 on a 4 is 2. We have 1 shield here. No extra shield here. So down to 5. And he takes 1 from his wound. Which I guess I already did to him. Because he hadn't been damaged otherwise. Okay. Oh, and there's this one as well. No, oops. Which will attack the Plague Herald. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Actually, I flipped in the wrong order, didn't I? That should have been the Plague Herald attack. Okay. So -2 on the Plague Herald. So it's 2 damage here. Then on the Quartermaster. Curse? No. That's a lot worse. So that just makes that a 4. So we block 1, so we take 3 actually. Huh. Alright. We're in a kind of bad spot there. Where is Sharpening Kit stop when you need it? It's just a drop in the ocean though. So now it is the Plague Herald's turn. So we did actually, so this top is good. I'm kind of being an idiot here, aren't I? Yeah, I really am. I forgot that he just has, God. I forgot that we poisoned him. I was thinking this is bad. Anyway, it shouldn't really matter. I guess unless we miss this attack, then it does matter. Then my being stupid is gonna punish me. I just told myself that it was bad, but because I was thinking I couldn't poison, but I still had the 1 poison. Yeah, this was definitely a mistake. I shouldn't have played this. I should have played some other bottom. It only matters if we miss here, but that is a possibility. All right, so we use Under the Skin. It still makes more sense to use this here because it's a bigger attack, targeting the Wind Demon. All right, so we were fine in the end, but it was still stupid, without a doubt. So our attack becomes a 4, plus 1 from the poison is a 5. He has 3 shield, but we pierce 2 of that, so 1. So our 5 becomes a 4, which puts him down to 1. And so then we don't actually have to, no, we do have to wound him. Yeah, it would be nice if we can move at the top, but we cannot. So then we use the bottom of Virulent Strain as a default move 2, and hop onto this coin, because we also want money. Okay, and then here, we're just going to use the bottom of Singing Arrow to attack him at the attack 1 range 3 wound, just because the wound will kill him. Okay, well, disarm doesn't really change anything. I'll place it on, because who knows what can happen. Sure. Alright, so he has 1 health, but he's wounded, disarmed, and poisoned. The attack still didn't deal damage because it was a 1 plus 1 from poison plus 1 there is 3, so it didn't kill. And then, I mean, we have the top of Provoke Terror. We don't have an odd number of cards in our hand, but I guess it's actually just better to bring this back. We've got so many Endurance Potion charges that we can just use a default bottom at some point here to get an extra turn anyway, and this way we keep Provoke Terror, which is really valuable. So sure, let's use just the top as a default and use a charge of the Minor Endurance to bring it back. All right, so we're done. So again, we just have to pray that that one bad thing doesn't happen, right? Yes. Anything else they do doesn't really matter, I think. Just that 1 card, just the going invisible. We can't consume wind or anything. We can go help, I guess. The invisible, no. Oh, yeah, the invisible is a 9. Okay, okay. So we can actually protect against this as well. We can actually move through with Defensive Ditty, come out here, and then stun this with 9. So even if it goes, there's no risk. because we don't need the Soothsayer to stay here anymore, just the Plague Herald. And so the Plague Herald basically just wants to go after the Wind Demon so that he can move on to it and grab the coin. Which one of these cards we use doesn't matter. I guess I'd rather have the Stun in the future than Gathering Doom. Okay, this works. Let's go. No, the 21, we're fine anyway, but still worthwhile stunning him. So Soothsayer goes first. We're going to use the bottom of Defensive Ditty as default move 3. 1, and then 2 lets us come out. So I guess here, no reason to move any more than that because this gets us a coin. And then we use the top of Provoke Terror to stun here. I mean, stunning does save some life to someone who really desperately needs it. So then the Quartermaster's up. We're going to use the bottom of Portable Ballista during all your attacks this round. Ignore the shield value of your targets, and then we're going to use Giant Club. We gain 1 experience, and this gives us an attack 5. We have an advantage because we're still strengthened from the last turn. Should we just use this now? Maybe. Endurance. Oh, here? Yes, good call. We do want to endurance on the Soothsayer. You're right. This was exactly what we were talking about, how we would easily be able to do this again. Don't necessarily want Defensive Ditty back that badly, but it's our best initiative, and we want the extra turn, so good call, ECO. I had said that I would do this, and then I just forgot. I was just so excited about getting to do good stuff this turn. Oh, sorry. I actually was supposed to go with the Wind Demons first. This one dies, this one loses its stun, takes 1 from its wound down to 9. There's a coin here. Those, you go there. All right, so I think I actually am going to use the major power. I'm not sure how much AoE actually matters going forward. It can, but I'm not sure that it does, and just killing this quickly is pretty valuable. It's not very easy for us to damage it. Plus, we have strength in this turn, so it's just very safe. What if I crit it? Then bad stuff happens before I grab the chest? Yeah, all right. Let's not use that, just because of the risk of a crit, I guess. And we do have strengthen. All right, so we make an attack 5, which ignores shield, targeting here with advantage. Okay, so that's fine. So 6 damage. So the power potion would have been good in the end. So 6 puts this down to 3 because we ignore all shield, and we're done. We don't get the refresh. I obviously would have rather 1 less damage than the refresh, but like I said, advantage isn't great on this class, but it's still worth having. The enhancement is so cheap that it's still effective, even if it really sucks with these modifiers. Okay, and so then here we go, and we perform just a move 4. Obviously, we cannot go into the other room, because then we lose the scenario. And we grab this coin. And that's the end of the round. No reason to long rest just yet. We'll just play these 2 cards, I think. Guess maybe a little bit later. Hold on, we'll see. So what's going on in the other room? We also need to use endurance at some point here. Yeah, desperately. We definitely also want to get the coin. We're definitely not using Loss and Scroll of Judgment just to deal 2 damage. I guess we're just default attacking because there's no real reason not to. I guess I'd rather keep my big move then, maybe. I'm not sure that it changes much either way. And then the Soothsayer, what is she doing? So we can actually stun again. And I suppose... No, I mean, bad stuff is going to happen soon. I'd rather keep that song up. It's only at 3 curses, which kind of sucks. We haven't done a very good job of reapplying curses into their deck. But I still think this is correct. So in that case... Well, we still just... I mean, he can't go invisible. We don't want him healing himself. So I guess 9 is still just the safe way to do this. 9 and stun. Otherwise, we could do these to get 2 attacks. They'll be disadvantaged attacks, but our modifier deck is quite good. Maybe we just kill him. Even if he heals 1, then I think that's fine. I mean, this gives us an attack 3 with disadvantage and then an attack 2. With how good our modifier deck is, there's a decent chance that at least one of those attacks does something. So yeah, let's actually just try that. I think that's fine. And then we have some decent cards for afterwards anyway. So if we're going to do an attack 2, maybe we should just switch songs for a turn. It also just gives us more flexibility to play other songs on top in the future. No, but we need the 9. No, but the 9... No, yeah, because we'd still like to damage him. Because if we damage him before he goes, then maybe the wound kills him, rather than him healing after the wound. And getting to actually go. I mean, healing the wound and getting to go, and then us going after. So yeah, let's go like this. Okay. Now the 21 again. So be it. So we go here first. So are we going to switch the songs? Is the question. Regardless, we're using melody and harmony to move 3, attack 3. We need to get next to him for this no matter what. So we're going there, making a disadvantage attack 3 on him. Which is fine. Oh, brutal. That disadvantage attack 3. Maybe it was... So the real question, I guess, if we didn't move next to him, then we wouldn't have had disadvantage on the attack. I mean, results-oriented, it was absolutely worse. But the question is whether getting one attack 3, which is not disadvantaged, or an attack 3, which is disadvantaged, plus an attack 2 is better. I really do think it is actually better to get the 2 attacks, just because we have so many good modifiers in our deck, giving ourselves additional chances to draw. On top of that, we have a lot of modifiers that, all right, so we've got 5 rolling modifiers in our deck, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well that give positive effects. So disadvantage has so many chances to not do anything. I think this was still correct. As a decision. Obviously, in the end, it actually worked out quite poorly for us. All right, so now the decision we have to make is whether we should switch songs. We're making an attack 2 no matter what. But we can either do default attack 2, or we can switch songs, which gives us an attack 2 because of the loot. I guess it's better probably to just keep disadvantage up, which increases their chances of drawing a curse. So let's just attack with defensive ditty as a default attack 2. Okay, so this is cool. So our attack here does 1 damage, because our attack 2 plus 2 is a 4. And he has 3 shield, so he goes down to 2. I mean, we would love to get 1 more damage there, but we'll still take this. And we give them 1 curse, which is also nice. And we're done. So then the Wind Demon takes 1 damage, going down to 1 with its wound, so it will die next turn, which actually works out quite perfectly for us, to be honest, if we don't have the strength then anymore. So now, I guess, yeah, worst case here is actually that it draws a curse. We really don't want it to draw a curse. So now it's going to create wind again, and it's going to attack the Soothsinger with disadvantage. All right, good. Good. So 4 damage, quite simply, down to 6. And then it's done. It took 1 from its wound. Yes, down to 1. So now it is the Quartermaster's turn. I guess. No, we didn't have any spent items, so it wouldn't change anything to play the other card. So we're going to do a move 5 jump, plus use our boots to get total move 7 jump. There's no reason to attack it. We don't want it dying now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even though there's a chance of getting a refresh, it's just not worth it. Not worth the risk of getting a +2 or a crit or whatever. How many refreshes have we already drawn? I think we've already got all of them. No, I've got 2, yeah. The odds of getting our 1 last refresh versus drawing one of our... I guess we have 1 + 2. Wait. Our deck was supposed to be reshuffled and didn't? What happened there? How did that happen? Did we go through our deck or something? Oh, an asterisk on this scenario. I mean, there was the crit and the miss both in there. I don't know how that happened, though. Our deck should have been reshuffled. But anyway, I still think it's correct not to attack. All right. Well, the person we least wanted to grab the chest is grabbing the chest, but so be it. Chest number 19. I don't know how we messed up that reshuffle, though. It's a little bit weird. Did we accidentally click on this when we were going through our deck or something, I guess? The most likely explanation. Anywho. So it's chest number 19. Random item design. Ah, it didn't matter. Were you looking at the unshuffled deck, perhaps? Was I there? Maybe I was. Oh, you're right. Oh, I think you're right. I think I accidentally clicked on that because, yeah, there was way too many cards. Well, no, because it was 11 and 9. It could have been either way, but I think that was actually 11 cards. Well, I may have made a mistake anyway. That was my bad. Yeah, that's I guess maybe the most distinct possibility that I just misclicked a little bit too high there. Thought I was clicking on one, but actually clicked on the other. Oh well, we just reshuffled our deck unnecessarily. My bad. I mean, it's done now, so nothing to do about it. All right, random item design. So as usual, we're gonna shuffle this. I'm gonna draw one, and we're gonna warn about spoilers. We're gonna take a look, and we're actually super happy to have gotten this. This is one of the items, probably one of the most from the random item deck. So this was item 88, which we got. So just fair warning. Well, no, it's probably easier, I think, if I just don't show it. So we got item 88. Anyone's welcome to look up what that is. I'm very, very, very happy to have seen that. It's funny that we got that now after, well, but yeah, still quite good. Even can be good for one of the classes in our party. Maybe? We'll see. We shall see, but definitely a nice pickup, without a doubt. All right, so we're done. And then the Plague Herald goes, and just, I think stuff's going to spawn here, so I guess I'd rather be further away from that. I have just a move 2. Ugh, I don't know. I don't know. We're going to go there, I guess. Do nothing else. Oh no, we can use our boots because we're in a long rest here this round. Move all the way back into the corner. I have a question about item design. Does that mean the item is available in the shop then, or do you get that item? The item is available in the shop. You do not get it. There are 2 copies of the item that are immediately available in the shop when you get a random item design. Not a problem. And actually, occasionally, yeah. So typically, almost always, item designs do refer to random item designs, which again are the blue deck, which here, for example, there's a bunch of them here, and then there's one each that's already here. For example, all these are random item designs. These as well. But there are also sometimes that a scenario will tell you to get an item design of some other numbered item, which will be somewhere around here or something. Our Mind Thief was upset about losing an item when we realized. Yeah, well, it's not really losing an item. I mean, he basically unfairly had the item in the first place. But fair enough. I can understand the frustration if you had the item, yeah. Okay, so here we go. Another round. So again, we'll long rest here. Gives us our. I mean, yeah, long resting is very risky because we don't know exactly what's coming, but we're brave. Yeah, honestly, we could lose a scenario because of this. We'll see. It's not the smartest thing to do. It is very greedy. Why is it stupid? Because we know when this dies, some stuff is going to happen, and we haven't learned about the bees yet, so very likely stuff is spawning there, and the Plague Herald's going to be in a room alone with them with no cards in hand to lose, so each card loss is going to be losing cards from here. That being said, all their attacks are disadvantaged. They do have 4 curses in their deck, and we gain a lot by long resting. We gain 2 health, we gain longevity by wasting a turn, spending a turn kind of wasted anyway, and we get 2 items back, which we want both of, so it's probably not correct to do it, but I am a greedy player sometimes. All right, so we kind of want to go after the Wind Demon, but we can't go very late. Here, sorry. We were the last one to go. There's no new information. We were actually getting this back as we wanted to do with Endurance. And then we'll go with these, and again, we'll just try to go late here. I'm not really sure what exactly we'll do. Yeah, because we can just move to here, and then after that we can jump or do something. All right, this works. Or maybe we Yeah, well, we were supposed to gain that back no matter what. I guess we were the last one to go. Well, there was the Plague Herald after, but there's no info. Otherwise, we could potentially just long rest here as well. Risky, yes. But a long rest is so valuable for us right now. It heals us for 5, gives us boots, long spear. All right, so I guess, yeah, we're not supposed to use that then. Keep this and just long rest. Again, there was no new information after our turn, so we can just reevaluate. We did actually want to use the Major Endurance Potion because it would give us an extra turn, but I think actually we just really want a long rest here as well while we can. All right, let's go. Oops, sorry. Let's go. Yeah, we didn't get to go after it. That's pretty unfortunate. Where do we want to move to then as the Soothsayer? Maybe back into the other room to keep the Plague Herald safe? Yeah, I think that's probably best. So I guess we can actually just, otherwise we can give them a curse. Maybe that's more valuable than moving back into the other room. We're not sure how valuable moving is going to be. We also can't lose cards. Now, moving back into the other room makes sense. So again, these objective tokens are supposed to be placed. So seeing these C's and these B's and knowing that we have to read something after killing this health bot. Unfortunately, we've already used our health bots on both our characters. We don't have any health bots left. Giving a curse here is valuable, obviously with Baneful Hex and Disorienting Dirge up, but we can pretty safely assume that there's going to be stuff spawning here and here. If we actually go back through the altar, then the only person in this room here will be the Quartermaster, who's all the way over there, so it's quite safe from whatever spawns here. Whereas if we stay here, we're likely getting destroyed by this stuff. So if we go back through, yeah, then we're getting destroyed as well in the next room, but at least, no matter what one of us is, right? So yeah, let's just go one. Let's do a default move with the bottom of, I guess, Captivating Performance. Going 1, 2, 3 to here. And what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to use an endurance potion charge, which is a little bit crazy, but I'll explain, to bring back, I guess, Nightmare Serenade, which we'll just use as a top default. I mean, whatever, bottom or top, it doesn't really change anything. Why? Well, again, there is a chance that we may have to lose cards to mitigate damage, and having to lose 2 cards from our discard is extremely brutal. So yeah, I'm kind of wasting an endurance potion charge here if I don't end up having to lose cards, but if I do, I'm so much happier to have this in my hand than losing 2. And I'm choosing this one rather than Captivating Performance, because Captivating Performance is just a better card. So yeah, I think this makes sense. All right, it would have been much better if we could have gone after the Wind Demon, but it wasn't in the cards here. So this Wind Demon goes, dies to its wound, and we're about to read some stuff. Again, I don't remember exactly what happens here, which is why I'm kind of playing around things randomly. All right. At least one character must be present in both the left and right room at all times or the scenario is lost. One living spirit spawns at all B and C hexes. The spawns are all normal for 2 characters. B spawns are elite, and the C spawns are normal for 3 characters, or all spawns are elite for 4. The rift is closed when all living spirits are killed. Oof. So the elites are in the room that we didn't want them in. Oh, all right. So we win when we kill all the living spirits, which is not easy for us, especially 2 elite living spirits. All right. Yeah, this is really bad. I mean, if we'd gone after, this would have been so much better because we would have been able to stun 2 of these. I guess we would have stunned ones that didn't really do anything, but yeah, we've got to hope for some good flips here. Otherwise, we're in a bad spot. Yeah, standard stuff. Would have loved to see them not attack here, doing their just cursing thing, which I wouldn't really care so much about. Okay, so the elites go first. Both of them attack the Soothsinger. Both of them attack at 5 on someone's 6 health with disadvantage. All right, here we go. Oh, this is a disaster. That is so bad, right? So why is this so bad? Disadvantage, as crazy as this is, right? Disadvantage actually causes us to lose a card here. It's the first time I've ever seen this in my life, but it did happen. Oh, I hear my cat coming for me. Hold on 1 second. Oh, there she is. All right, you can come up on my lap. Yep, the Iron Helm irony. Exactly what ECO said here. So this is hilarious, and it's so funny that it works out like this, but it actually does. Happy we brought that card back at least. So the crit is actually worse generally, I mean, considered by advantage, because again, advantage does not consider the iron helmet. So actually for us, this is a +0 and this is a +1, in which case the +0 out of 5 is 5 damage. We go down to 1, which I would perfectly be happy with because there's a decent chance of them missing their next attack because of disadvantage. And even if they don't, then it's basically the exact same thing. But because the game actually considers this worse than this for the flip itself, even though it's not actually worse, I mean, well, it's worse for us, not worse for the flip. So they actually get the +1 here, which turns this attack into a 6, rather than this being a +0 and being a 5. And being a 6 is exactly our health pool, so we do have to lose Nightmare Serenade. Brutal. All right, and then number 5 attacks us as well, also disadvantaged. All right, so we take 4. Well, we would have had to lose a card anyway. It actually worked out for the best, I guess, because now we have 1 more life, although honestly being at 2 life or 1 life against things which attack for 5 means, well, no, I guess it lets us reroll in a short rest. That's not nothing. All right, so then the regular spirits have 3 movement, 4 range. Can they reach? I don't think so, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, no. 1, 2, 3. How are we surviving this scenario? No one has any health. Oof. All right, well, long rest here. 2 health. Long rest here. 2 health. So you choose a card to lose in both cases. Probably just this, honestly. It doesn't get us over the lava at this point, so as far as movement goes, it's not excellent. As for here, well, Spread the Plague really sucks against these elites. They have 4 shield. It's an attack 3. Even with poison, it's not very good. But what else are we doing on bottom? Not a whole lot. Well, Gathering Doom's actually just gotta be the worst. There's no world in which we're using that attack. All right, so we need to get the poison on both of them. Are we in range? No, so we need to move up to do that. So short rest here, keeping Dirge up for sure. For sure. Oh no! Let's see here. What do we have left otherwise? I mean, we need this. And the two most important cards are Captivating Performance and Provoke Terror. So if you roll, we have a 1 out of 4 of losing the card we really don't want to lose. These cards don't really matter, although this also matters for initiative. All right, let's just keep that lost. That's not good, but I'll have to try to survive. Basically, I have to try to just damage these things by cursing them and having them miss most of the time, but we need to stun them also because it's just too risky right now. So we're going to do precisely that. We're going to use this to go early, and we're going to stun them. And us, we're just going to move up, poison and curse both of them. So I guess how early we go doesn't really matter. And going early with a stun could actually matter. So, but healing the Soothsinger for 1 doesn't actually change anything here. This top can actually be useful. This is useful. This, I guess, is less useful, to be honest. It's a loss just to stun both of them, but not to deal any damage for the turn, which she can just stun both of them anyway pretty easily, so I think this is reasonable, like this. All right, so what are we doing over here? Taking a ton of damage? All right. I think I like, so we need to do this plus this. God, that's such bad initiative for the following turn. I think I like doing this. Basically, we want to set up so that we can get next to them. Because they have disadvantage, they won't move away from us. So if we do, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to here, the following turn we can use our giant club plus portable ballista to hit both of them for 7 with our major power potion, which is honestly about as good as we can get. I mean, sorry, with major power potion plus long spear. So I think it makes sense to try to do that. The downside is if they, that one specific turn, flip their thing where they curse, then one will move next to us, and this will ruin it all. But that's really just, again, a 1 out of 8, so I don't think it makes sense to play around it. Otherwise, they won't move, and that'll be fine. So we need to, I guess, go up this turn, because we want to be in position to do that next turn. And in that case, we might as well win them. We can go later. I guess if we go later, they're moving here and here, which is actually bad. So we don't want to go later, because we need them. Because here and here is actually bad for us, because then we can't do the 2 in a line. Do they have range 4? Yes, they have range 4. So they, like I said, they will actually go to here and here, which is bad. So we need to go before them. Like this, actually. We could instead do this to go even earlier and stun one of them. If we could refresh this is going to be tempting, because we could actually stun both of them by long spearing and then refresh long spear. And then be able to do our thing next turn. But we would have to flip long spear refresh otherwise. Nah, it's too risky. I mean, taking the hits from them is probably okay. Yeah, so we just need to go earlier. Is there anything else we can do on top since the wound shouldn't really matter? No, not really. What if we just went for the kill this turn? No, it's so unlikely. It's 9 effective damage, and Ogre Club plus Major Power is only 7, so that doesn't work. All right. Let's go. Eliminated. That's painful attacks, but hopefully it'll be okay. All right, so Soothsinger's up first. We're going to use the top of Provoke Terror to stun both of them. These elites. Do we want to move through to the other side? No, probably not. We shouldn't really be needed on the other side. Guess we want to move back so the Plague Herald can tank if necessary. Where do we need to be afterwards? Next turn, we're doing kind of these two things, so I guess we can just move all the way back. All right, we'll move back to there. So we're done. So then next up is the Quartermaster, who does a move 5 jump, plus boots, so we get 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. Might as well wound the one further away, because why not? So gain 1 experience, make it attack 2, range 3, wound, targeting living spirit number 3. Nothing special to use here. Okay, so no damage, but we wounded it. Which at least does something. Man, if we had some healing, I would love it. All right, so then the Plague Herald's up next. So we're going to use Wretched Swarm. Again, we want to move how close to them? Guess just here is fine. There's never any reason for us to be closer than this. So we'll just move to there, using the bot of Wretched Swarm. And then we'll use the top of Nightmare Affliction, attacking both of them. Damage shouldn't matter, but there is some poisoning and some cursing. Top one and then bottom, sure. Yeah, no damage, but those modifiers are fine. We don't really care. So 2 curses. Okay, so the living spirits go. So these 2 lose their stuns and do nothing. This one takes 1 damage from its wound. 6, 9, and 9. Okay. And they both attack the Quartermaster for attack 5s with disadvantage. All right, nice. And then the other one, nice. I mean, we don't actually need the curse damage on them so much. We really need it on the elites because these 2 should die anyway. But just not taking damage is really important because we have so little health left. So these each take 3, which means we also don't need to use our power potion now. Well, we actually could have killed them just by doing the stuff last turn. Interesting. This does bring an interesting point up. Let's see. So now we could actually go early and avoid the risk of them doing their cursey thing. I think the cursey thing goes after 41 though. So I think it's fine. But just do this. Let's see. So this one has 3 health. So the downside of doing this is that we need to use our power potion here. The upside is that we can go early and we're advantaged, so it's really safe. I'd like to save the power potion for here, but there's also a decent chance we can maybe even just reflip the power potion. I think this is probably correct. It's probably just safer to do this, not risk taking hits, them doing bad stuff to us. Just because we got such good flips there. Because now with power potion, this is a 7 on something with 6 health, and we have advantage. So the only way we don't kill both of them is by flipping something like a -2 plus miss on the one with 3 health. All right. So this makes sense. So then what are we doing over here? Well, again, we're going to move up and throw some curses and do an attack, which is the best we can do. As for us, I don't have Volatile Bomb anymore, so we can't stun both of them. Should we stun one of them? Throwing curses is probably better than stunning. We've also got some health to tank 1 hit. So yeah, maybe just double curse plus double attack is the best, which also gives us more chance to flip curses. Under the Skin isn't great yet. Under the Skin, I mean, we're definitely going to use it, but giving curses sooner is better than later because it's the more likely that they flip them given more attacks, the sooner we get the curses in. And the curse damage is actually, I mean, Baneful Hex damage is really significant for us to actually kill these elites. And we're likely anyway to do probably this top plus this top, or maybe like this top plus one of these 2 tops. But again, these get us closer to killing, but we're not close to killing yet anyway. So for this reason, it's better to do the curses now. And again, we're in range, so why not just attack with this? This bottom at least. All right, here we go. Well, now we wish we stunned. Yeah. Well, technically you don't count as your own ally, so maybe we can still beat this. This is gonna be tough now. It's not easy, especially because the flexibility of the Soothsinger was nice, that it would allow the Quartermaster to come back into here. Now the Plague Herald's going to have to kill both of them by himself. I'm actually not sure if we can win this. This is going to be really difficult. That is a really, really bad flip, actually. It's the worst flip they could do, I think. I don't think they have a 2-target. They have an AoE, but it's triangle targeted. Maybe they have a 2-target. I'm not sure. This is really bad, though. I mean, the positive, I guess, is it does give them more flips, and they're going to have 6 curses in their deck. So, yeah, kind of have to hope for the best there. Anyway, Quartermaster's up first. We're just going to move in place with the bottom Crushing Hammer, which gives us 1 shield and strengthen. We're going to use the top of Giant Club, gaining 1 experience. We're going to use our Major Power Potion with it to turn this into an attack 7. We're going to use the Long Spear to make it in a line. So this gives us a strengthened attack 7, hitting 6 and then 3. 6 first. Okay. So our 7 becomes a 10 on him. He's dead. And then the other one, -1 is still fine. Ah, a refresh. All right, we'll have to think about that for a second. Let's do this. So this is a +0 refresh because this is not ambiguous, fortunately. So again, here we did 10. This has 3 health and 3 shields, so that's dead. Here we did 7. 2 health, 3 shield has 5 effective health, so both these die. Wait, spawned enemies do not drop money. Only enemies that are set up, so no coins for them either. Unfortunately, it doesn't give us a lot to do in this room, huh? Finish my first event card. That was trickier than expected. Fair enough. And congratulations. We now have to decide on an item to refresh. I mean, I guess we're long resting in this room. So, yeah, let's just refresh the Major Power Potion. There's a decent chance that we can use that against the spirits. I mean, if the Soothsinger doesn't die this turn, there's a decent chance we can use it in the next room. And it adds 2, maybe to 1, maybe to 2 attacks. I think it's probably just the most valuable. These 2 we can refresh by long resting anyway. So the only question would be the Compass. But the Compass, while it can help us to line up our attack, which is nice, I think it's not as valuable as just getting 2 extra damage. And it's likely we can line up the attack without needing the Compass. Compassing them into traps doesn't, into hazardous terrain doesn't work because they fly. Okay. So now we go on the Plague Herald. So we've got to pray that these curses help out. So we'll begin by using the top of Fetid Flurry. Which one has lower health? Both the same? Yeah. So attacking number 1, I suppose. With the top of Fetid Flurry, no point using this yet. Okay. So a 4 +1 from poison +1 from +1. Modifier is 6, so it's 2 damage. She's down to 7. We'll take every bit of damage we can get. And Fetid Flurry having the enhancement means 2 curses. May save our bacon, hopefully. So then the bottom of Spread the Plague as an attack 3, also targeting number 1. Alright, no damage, just a 4. Okay, so then the Living Spirits go. Both attack both. So Plague Herald, Soothsinger, Plague Herald, Soothsinger. If we lose 2 cards from discard, we have 1 more turn. Oh, alright. Yeah, maybe 2 more turns, but yeah. So Plague Herald first. Yeah, it's not the one we needed to miss on, but I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. Then Soothsinger. Thank God. All right. Yeah, we have been flipping really well with the curses. I cannot complain. All right, so this takes 3. Then Plague Herald. Okay, that's fine. So -1 on a 5 is 4. So Plague Herald takes 4 damage. We're perfectly fine with that. Just need to see the miss here. Oh, all right. No, that'll do it then. I mean, we can still win, but that is a big blow without a doubt. So we have to lose the 2 cards in our discard to negate the damage here. And then we go. Yeah. So we'll use the bottom of Melody and Harmony. Just move to here. Make an attack 3, targeting Living Spirit number 1. I mean, we're never hitting both of them, so sure, Minor Power Potion, why not? Maybe we can get a kill here. So this turns our attack into a 4, +1 from the poison, so a 5. 6, 7. Ah, so close. So 3 actual damage, putting him down to 1. And then we're going to use the top of Singing Arrow to curse both of them. Alright, well, they still got a lot of curses in their deck, and Baneful Hex is up. hopefully we're okay. The problem is we're going to lose Dirge. So, end of the round, we have to... I guess if we long rest, we can wait to bring back Dirge. Yes, so we want a long rest here. Because basically, the Soothsinger, the only contribution we really care about from her at this point is just having Dirge up, which just doubles our chances of them drawing curses, which is really important. If we short rest now, then we have to bring back Dirge immediately. But if we long rest, we can wait until right when we long rest to bring back Dirge. So yeah, let's do that. Let's just stay there, long resting. Perfect. This also gives her just more longevity. So the question is, no, the Quartermaster only has move 2. So the Quartermaster actually should just long rest right now as well. So why is that? Well, because we kind of want to have our compass and boots ready so that we can move in and set up whatever. Even if we go this turn, I mean, going this turn, yes, it does give us one more turn of longevity, but we need to try to swap rooms. I guess this is risky though. No, long resting works. The Plague Herald just has to go into this room next turn, and then we go into the other room next turn. Which again, having our boots, like missing out on 2 movement, but getting our boots back gives us the 2 movement anyway. Yeah, obviously we lose longevity, but again, longevity for us at least. I mean, yeah, it's kind of an issue, but not the biggest issue. We just need to be set up to do the swap between Plague Herald and Quartermaster. I think the following turn. So Plague Herald, I guess the Plague Herald can execute this one. It's not bad. And then just move in front to tank to make sure the Soothsinger doesn't get hit. I mean, Soothsinger shouldn't get hit anyway. I guess it also gives us the possibility of maybe moving away. But yeah, the execute's actually good here. Okay. So actually, because the problem is once the Soothsinger exhausts, we can no longer swap rooms because someone has to be in both rooms at all times. So then the Quartermaster is stranded here. But I wonder if actually the Quartermaster is even better than the Plague Herald at just killing it. I mean, he's got to be because of Volatile Concoct. I mean, sorry, Volatile, whatever, the Ballista thing. There are too many volatiles in this. It is Volatile Ballista, right? No, Portable Ballista. Why am I calling it Volatile? Okay. Yeah, there's Volatile Bomb, Volatile Concoction. Yeah, I mean, the Quartermaster is probably better. So if we prepare to swap next turn, so we just have to go in before, yeah, that's fine. Ah, interesting. You're right. I hadn't actually considered that. I just assumed that it would have to be line of sight, but you're right. So it is actually better to do this the other way then. Because, yeah, Violent Strength can kill this next turn from the other room. That's funny that actually works without line of sight, but it does. I mean, it kind of makes sense. He just telepathically, with this hive mindy stuff, makes the bugs do bad stuff. Yeah, so actually, I mean, the downside here is that we don't get a guaranteed kill, but it still makes sense. I mean, otherwise we just short rest. No, I don't think we want to do that. I think it's better to make this attack. Again, only a miss fails. 12 modifiers in our deck. Should be fine, hopefully. Hopefully. All right, so long rest here still makes sense. All right, so everything is good then. We've got boots, so we can easily have enough movement to make it into the other room. All right, here we go. Yeah. Well, the heal can be bad. But we'll worry about that later. Yeah, the heal sucks no matter what, because it's getting rid of our poison. Oh no! Ugh! Yes, we won't be able to Volatile Strain next turn. Well flipped, Living Spirits, well flipped. Alright, well anyway, we go first. Under the Skin, and attack this one again just to kill it. Even though it can kill itself, it's still not worth taking the risk. Alright, well that would have been nice on the other one, but anyway, this kills here. What's our goal again? Loot treasure, yeah, we never got that. And we killed Vermlings, but none here. Oops, I wasn't supposed to drop a coin there. These do not drop coins, they respond. Yep, no coin, exactly. And then we use the bottom of Winged Congregation simply to, I guess, move here. And heal the Soothsinger for 1. Not sure that should really change anything, but why not? So then the Living Spirit attacks the Plague Herald. Attack +1. But disadvantage still because of Dirge. Okay. We have to lose a card to this. Yeah. It's attack 6. I'm not sure that Virulent Stream will matter now. We would have to poison it again and then use this, but it is 3 direct damage. I guess the stun actually... I mean, there's only one enemy left, so I guess the stun is reasonable helpful. We can at least do this before running through next turn. And unfortunately, he removes his poison. Alright, so we need to bring back Dirge now and do our 2 long rests. Heal for 2. Hit for 2. Choose card to lose, so we just need to keep this. Yeah, I mean, I guess we're getting rid of this. Just have to play these. And then we get the long rest. So we don't get another turn, but we do get another turn of long resting, which is the best we can offer. All right, and here we need a short rest. Yeah, that's fine. Doesn't matter so much here. Maybe it was incorrect to lose this, because if we did this turn before running through, could wound it. Ah, yes, because you don't actually need to move. You're right. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to wound it with the Quartermaster anyway, but I guess... Well, let's see the Quartermaster's long rest as well, I suppose, while we're at it. This does inform some decisions. I guess if we wound it, then the Quartermaster doesn't need to keep the wound, but then what is the Quartermaster even doing when he runs through? Just an attack 5? Which is kind of so-so. I mean, I guess it's still 1 damage. Without the poison, it feels so much worse. It's too late. I've short rested, so I can't... I should have actually... I thought that I would want to make a better attack, like something like either doing this or this. But in reality, it might have been better to actually just do this turn because of how much damage the poison's probably going to do and would allow us to do from the other room. Yeah, this was a mistake. I should have used this turn before going through. This was stupid. This only does actually 1 damage. And the poison should do at least 1. Yeah, this was stupid. This was really stupid. But now I've lost Virulent Strain, so it changes nothing. Anyway. Yeah, the wound is better. It just gives us more flexibility, I guess, to lose the wound card. Yeah, the rest of these all do something. So sure. So we can lose this then. It heals itself. I mean, it shouldn't heal itself soon because it has to reshuffle first. You could wait to go to the other room. What, on the Plague Herald? I think the Quartermaster does more damage than the Plague Herald does, though. Ah, you're right. So if I use the song to go to the other room, I can actually have 1 turn with both of them in there. That's a good call, actually. But then someone has to run in next turn, but these can't immobilize or anything like that, so you're right. That is a good idea. I can actually take 1 extra turn in here. So I guess I need to poison no matter what. Yeah, the poison's gonna add a lot of damage. So I guess we just do these 2 things, and then we go in. I guess when we go doesn't really matter anymore. So it's gonna be wounded. We go into the other room. I guess this attack works because then we can actually use Portable Ballista with this attack. With the poison, that's actually even better. We're not strengthened anymore. So by using this turn, we have 2 movement plus we have our boots. So this is 4. So we go 1, 2, 3 and pop out. And then we'll have strengthen for this, and we'll have the strengthen for next turn when we do this combo. And that gives us better initiative on that combo, which looks great. All right. So here we're going before the Plague Herald. No, yeah, but it doesn't matter that we go before the Plague Herald because the Soothsinger runs into the other room first by playing the song and doing a move 2. And then long rest there. Wait, no. We can't stay in this room. Oh, no, because, yeah, next turn we long rest. So it'll only be at the end of next round. So yes, next round, as long as one of us runs in, we don't lose the scenario. Yes. Because this turn we don't exhaust. Then we we have 1 more turn on the Quartermaster. Well, until the end of the following turn, but yes. Wait, hold on. Were there still supposed to be the spawning rules at this point? I guess it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't change anything. We always have to keep someone in the other room. It would never happen. Okay. All right, let's go. 48, standard stuff. Seems fine. So Soothsinger's first. We're gonna, go with the singing arrow to begin with. Nice crit. But a wound, so sure. And then we activate Disorienting Dirge, which allows us to perform move 2. So we go 1 and then 2 to there. And we're done. So then it is the Quartermaster's turn. So we perform a move 2 with Crushing Hammer plus Boots of Striding to get a total of move 4. We go 1, 2, 3, I guess to here is fine. Doesn't really change anything. Move to there, which gives us 1 shield as well as Strengthen. And then we use Giant Club, gaining 1 experience. I guess it would have been better if we go after the poison. But we also wanted to absorb the attack ourselves because we have much more life and shield, etc. So yeah, it still was okay. We're missing out on 1 damage, but I think that should be all right. All right, so Giant Club attack. So it's an attack 5 with advantage. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't... Your entire attack action. Hold on. How does that work again? If we use that with Hasten Step, does it affect both of them? Or is an attack action a mainline ability? Oh, God, I always get the words backwards. ECO, you always correct me each time. I really should just remember this. I guess I have a terrible memory as I get old. So does that add to both of Hasten Step or just one of? Is the question. I need to check this page again. I really should just commit this to memory. Attack 19. It applies to both? Okay. That's what I thought, but I'm always just hesitant. Action is half a card. And so abilities are the things on it. Yes. All right, yeah, that was what I thought, but I just always, for some reason, I always get these two. I keep flipping these two around. All right, so it actually does make sense to save the major power potion then for next turn when we use Hasten Step. All right, so here we go. Advantaged. All right. The refresh is, I guess we could have used this in the end, but we obviously had no way of knowing. Well, we just refresh the Doom Compass. This gives us some flexibility. It's certainly better than the boots. All right, so +0 on our 5 means just 1 damage to the spirit, putting him down to 8. And we're done. Then the Plague Herald goes, creates dark. Not right now, Hakata. We attack, giving them 1 poison. I mean, sorry, 1 curse as well as poison. Nothing special to use here yet. +1. Just does no damage, but again, does apply poison. And then we'll use the bottom of Spread the Plague. Here we can use our Power Potion. It doesn't change anything whether we use this for now or a later attack for the Spread the Plague attack. Okay, so Spread the Plague was a 4, but plus the Power Potion is 1. Sorry, Spread the Plague is 4 because of the poison, plus 1 for the Power Potion, so we get 1 damage, putting us down to 7. Okay, and then the Living Spirit goes. Attacks for 5 with disadvantage on the Quartermaster. No, miss, not kind of miss we wanted, but that's okay. Takes 1 from its wound, down to 6. All right, and so then we're done. So we have to do a long rest here. And here we do have to move through no matter what to make sure we don't lose the scenario. I guess we can gain some experience because I think we should be able to win here. Playing these 2 cards. Guess we'll see. Yeah, he has strength then, it should be safe. And that also gives us the possibility of maybe stunning if we really need to. I don't think that should be necessary. But yeah, I mean, we have... technically, all right. By playing a stun, it gives us some protection against... I guess he goes after anyway, so it really doesn't change anything. And even with 26, we would be going basically the exact same initiative. Relative to the monster, it would change nothing. So yeah, it really changes nothing here. All right, 33, but that's okay. We begin here. So we use the bottom of Portable Ballista. During all your attacks this round, ignore the shield value of all your targets. Shield values of all your targets, and we use the top of Hasten Step. We use our major power potion. So this gives us attack 4, move 1, all the move 1s can do nothing, and then attack 4. I guess it allows us to go back through the other room if we want to, but we really don't want to in between these 2 attacks. All of them ignore shield, and we still have strengthened from the following round, or previous round, so we're still advantaged. All right, so attack 4 with advantage. Sure, we refresh this. So +1 from the poison is 5, down to 1. So I have an interesting question now. since we've agreed, I mean, we tend to agree that you cannot use a major power potion in the middle of an attack. Is that a middle of the attack ability or attack action? For example, here, would I be able to use I mean, yeah, no, I can, definitely. I would be able to use this for the second attack if I really wanted to. Simply because, I mean, I could use, for example, boots in between these, so I would be able to use items in between, so there's no reason, I guess, does say in, I mean, it says attack, so attack must refer to, yeah, no, your entire attack action. No, I guess. So you wouldn't be able to use this in between then? That's weird. This does make me question whether this actually affects the entire thing. It doesn't actually matter here whether it affected the entire thing or not. Just using it for the first is fine. You would disagree that you'd be able to use it? You would say you wouldn't be able to. I mean, I actually also think now that, I mean, I think I wouldn't be able to use it. But I think it is weird that I can't. Because I can use other items in between, but I can't use things which affect the attack. But I guess that's okay. I mean, anyway, you can use it even on AoE. Oh, so you actually believe that you can use it in part of during the AoE? Well, yeah, I think this is just one we'll have to ask Isaac while you're still attacking. That's interesting. Anyway, we're not going to mess with it here. It doesn't matter. So we're going to just finish our attack here. Our next attack, even without using additional things, is going to kill. Yeah, and we didn't get to move at all, but that's okay. So we kill him. Does it say it ends immediately? No, the rift is closed when all spirits are killed. So we still have the end of the round. All right. So then here we're just going to gain 1 experience and do a move 6 jump, which will allow us to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to the coin. All right. And that is the end of the round. We successfully completed the scenario. Whew, that was much closer than I thought it would be. Yeah, +3 difficulty. And yeah, I mean, I guess it was just kind of our playing risky with them coming out, although it was tough for us to manage them coming out with such low HPs. Anyway. All right, so reward. Well, first we're going to check the scenario off, which is number 90, the Demonic Rift. And we gain the, oops, what the heck? I just guess I clicked. And we gain the Black Sensor, which is item 128. So fair warning to everyone, we will be spoiling item 128, which will now be a part of the campaign. Okay, here we are. During your turn, muddle all enemies within range 2. Interesting. Good for our party, actually. So we just get it, so someone actually gets to take this. This is interesting. Well, we will decide on that and more when we come back. I'll allow suggestions. So the interesting thing is the Quartermaster has space for it. The Quartermaster is the most likely one to be in the middle of everyone, but the Quartermaster also retires sooner, probably than the Plague Herald. The Plague Herald should be the last one to retire in this party, because we'll retire these two first since we played them for longer, and we'll keep the Plague Herald around a little bit longer without this full cheese combo. So it should always go to one of these two. The Plague Herald has, both of them have space for it, but the Plague Herald is just less likely to be at range 2 of a bunch of enemies. I mean, we are going to keep this. It's better than 25 gold, I think, with this specific combo. Otherwise, it's not very good. That's interesting, I guess. He would also like to have a minor power potion a lot, or maybe an earring even, probably an earring. So accordingly, he kind of would prefer not to use that slot. So there's a lot of arguments for the Plague Herald. It'll probably go to the Plague Herald, but I guess we'll see. Anyway, we'll do the post-scenario stuff when we come back, because I am starving, having just, again, had a bowl of cereal today and nothing else. So I will be back in a little bit. We're just going to take our eating break now. We will come back and absolutely do one more scenario. And, but that'll, I mean, it's going to take me a little bit. I do have food prepared, but it's going to take me a little bit to heat it up and then eat and everything. So as usual, 10 to 15 minutes is a reasonable expectation before we come back and do the next scenario. The next scenario I guess we'll do will be the Corrupted Cove, which is scenario 87, because we unlocked that, so why not? No girl, no food? No, I'm the one who cooks in the relationship anyway, so most of the time. She bakes, I guess. That's about it. But yeah, no, I understand you're joking. So yeah, like I said, we'll be back soon, and we will be doing scenario 87 next. I'll leave the title as is for now, because when I come back, this will still be on there. No, I guess the easier solution would just be to clear this up really quick. I can wait 2 more seconds to eat, although I am dying here. All right, so we just clear all this up, and we're fine. I mean, this scenario was at least fun. I had fun here because even though we did have a bit of margin and a fair amount of our possibility for losing was kind of from our own decision making,
like I still definitely felt like I had the possibility of losing this scenario. So yeah, +3 was nice. Unfortunately, that's actually the last scenario we can do +3. So yeah, well I guess we have something fun to look forward to for our last scenario of the night. We'll be doing 87, and since we can't do +3 difficulty anymore, because actually the quartermaster being 9, so 997 actually gives us only +2 difficulty with level 7 enemies. We will be doing the last scenario with a 4-player setup with a 3-player party, which is yeah kind of spicy. All right, so yes, that seems good now. The rest of the stuff isn't really spoilers related to the previous scenario, so I can change the title. And like I said, be back in 10 to 15. I'm not quite done eating yet. I'm enjoying my delicious dinner. Beans and mashed sweet potatoes with fennel. Delicious. Anyway, I'm just going to quickly show Elm what I'm talking about. So there's this book over here in TTS, but obviously you don't necessarily have exactly this. Otherwise, I'm going to link in chat right now. There we go. So basically, Isaac released these things called solo scenarios, which is one per character, and every character has their own. The only rules that you need to be at least level 5 and Prosperity 3. Prosperity 3 isn't actually even a hard limit. It's more just a guarantee that you're relatively advanced in the game. But for Circles, it's not really necessary. Circles is maybe one of the easiest solo scenarios in the game. But, well, easy in a good way. Circle's solo scenario is designed to make Circles feel fun, and it does. Even as someone who doesn't necessarily like that class very much, I think that you should certainly do that scenario. It'll probably be maybe one of the best experiences you'll have with the class. And on top of that, so every solo scenario gives you an item reward. So you get the item immediately, and then after that, it goes into the shop. So I would recommend doing Circles not only because the item will be helpful for you with that class, but it will also help other classes potentially in the future. So it would be good to add that to the item pool before you retire the class. But it also, like I said, it might help you enjoy the class a bit more if you're struggling with it. So yeah, on here, I can't, well, all right. Oh crap, I forgot to cut the recording. My bad. I'm